Week 5 takes us to Pontiac, and the Yaks got a couple of bright stars tonight. In the name of Notre Dame Prep and Detroit Country Day on the Prep, Week 5 Gridiron Game Day, and we're glad to have you high above William Kazika Alumni Field. My name is Chad Bush alongside Sam Stick Day. Stick, we've got a battle of a couple of powerhouses and independents that have been going at it for a little bit of time, and they're ready tonight to take it out on each other.
Yeah, a couple story programs too. You know, now with the state championship that Notre Dame Prep put in their back pocket last year, it's going to be a great game. One team coming off a loss, kind of disappointing. Another team coming off a win, very exciting. Both coming in at 2-2 though. So this is going to put one team above 500, and you know they're going to play like it tonight.
It's a powerful offense for Notre Dame Prep, Detroit Country Day. It's a powerful defense. We'll see how that wins out. We've got the head coach, Dan McLean's thoughts coming up on the other side of this break. Stick's got keys to victory, impact players, and so much more. Maggie Mason, Tom Cavanaugh. We've got an action-packed coverage program ahead for you. We're back with Dan McLean, the head coach of Detroit Country Day, coming up right after this.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
I'm here with head coach Dan McLean. Coach, you talked about this rivalry in our press conference earlier this week. What does this rivalry mean to you and your team?
Well, it's traditionally just been a great game, and they've had the upper hand here recently. And we want to come and play and establish ourselves, and hopefully get back on the right track.
You talked about how you kind of made some silly mistakes this season so far. What do you want to see clean up from your offense and defense?
Mistakes, turnovers, giving the opponent the ball, when we're on offense. And that's just a complete, it's just you're not going to be very effective and win. So we want to just clean up our offense, not give them the ball, kind of hopefully possess the ball, move the ball consistently on offense.
All right. Well, good luck today. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye now.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. We mentioned the teams both full of some stars tonight. Detroit Country Day, the Yellow Jackets come in 2-2. So do the Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish. And let's meet the Yellow Jackets impact player. And Sticky does it on both sides of the field.
Yeah, Anthony Cartwright is the man, the myth, the legend, and the legend is only growing. 50 offers, Chad. There's 250 Division I schools. 50 of them have already put in an offer to this man, and I'm sure a bunch of them are just saying, you know what, we don't even have a chance, so they're not even going to try. He can pick wherever he wants to go. 6'5", 250, runs like a Mack truck. Look for him to make some big plays on both sides of the ball.
And then he'll be hunting the quarterback on the other end, and he's a good one. But the guy that he'll be trying to find is Brody Sink, and he's a player and a baller.
Yeah, I love it. Both of our impact players, big, tall fellas. 6'4" for Brody Sink, 225, going to Miami of Ohio. And what I love about him, wide receiver and linebacker. Usually it's like running back, linebacker, or wide receiver, defensive back. Oh, no, he wants to stick his nose in there. He wants to disrupt things, and he's going to put his helmet on the football at some point in this game.
When your receiving crew is an average of 6'4", 225, and the average of 4'6", 40, that's a dangerous, dangerous feat. No doubt. We are getting set for kickoff on the field. And we are live at William Kozira Alumni Field. Let's go down to the field to Maggie Mace, who's got a report. Maggie, what do you got for us?
Thanks, guys. Today marks the 11th all-time meeting between these two teams. Detroit Country Day leads the series on paper 8-2. Recently, in the past 2 years, though, Notre Dame Prep has really stepped up their game. They are totaling 82 points over those 2 games to Detroit Country Day's just 6 points. Coach Pat Fox says that this is really the only rivalry that they have, and that today is a battle of the independents. It's not 4th of July, but you could call it Independence Day. Back to you guys.
I love it. Independence Day, no doubt. And look, this is the rivalry. I mean, these two teams, Independence, no league, they like to go at it. This is an interesting series. It's gone the way of the home team as of late.
Yeah, like it shows there, Country Day opened the series winning 8 straight games in a row, and it's tough to come back from that. But, you know, tip your cap. Notre Dame's here. It's always fun. They kind of look alike. Their uniforms are similar colors with the gold helmets. They're familiar with each other, and that always makes for some good football games.
It's the tackle, Jack Williams, debuted at 6'4", 220 from his own 40. And back deep for Country Day is Derek Williams along with number 5, Jaden Martin. And we are underway in week 5 on the Preps Gridiron Game Day. And this one's going to roll out of bounds. And Martin wisely let that thing trickle out.
Yeah, I thought he was going to pick it up, but you were right. He was wise. He just let it go. And that's a great play. You saw it bite, who was it, Arizona in the rear last night. Little kicking error right off the bat, taking the ball at the 35-yard line.
Little NFL.
Yeah.
I don't watch much of that anymore.
What?
I love the NFL. I just don't watch it on off nights.
Okay.
This Country Day team is coming off a loss last week to Divine Childstick. The third best team in Division 4, 38-0. They're looking to get back on track tonight. What was it about that game that should give Country Day a little bit of optimism?
They had some opportunities. They just have to control the ball and make sure that their defense is what we think they are, right? They have been great so far this season, and they got to stand tall.
Right out of the gate, it's Cartwright on the left side, and he's got a carry for 12 yards. Our impact player right away making an impact in this one.
Yeah, Cartwright, I mean, you can just see the size. It is noticeable out there already. A direct snap to him. He gets it and just dives right through the hole in a great stiff arm. Derrick Henry-esque.
Good blocking out there by Martin. So a 12-yard gain and against it. Put the ball on the ground. Stop the mistakes of throwing the ball away. And pick 6 is the other way. Just killed him.
That's what I was going to say. The turnovers are something that they're really focused on limiting. We got a player trying to make his way to the sideline, and he went down, and some frustration slamming the helmet.
Yeah, that's Dre Jackson, the lineman who they really rely upon, and he's also a part of their captainship. This is a big-time player. And Stick, when a guy goes down like that, I mean, you think of one thing, right? It's a cramp.
I don't know, because of the way he looks so frustrated. I mean, when you have a cramp, you kind of know it. You just, all right, I got to get some more water and eat a banana, and I should be fine.
Give me some potatoes and bananas now.
Give me some potassium.
We played for George Port. He said, drink lemonade, eat Salisbury steak, and eat your potatoes and bananas.
Yep.
And you will not get cramps.
Well, he's walking off under his own power. So hopefully you were right. I mean, that's always what you hope for, is just a cramp.
Yep. Meanwhile, last week, Notre Dame Prep got a big win. They knocked off Division II's number 5 team, Waterford Mott, 53-19 over the Corsairs. That's quite the comeback and the answer for them. This is a tackle for a loss right away. And Yeargo is the ball carrier, but it was sniffed out right away. And this is the defense for Notre Dame Prep that's really talented, led by Tartaglia, the man you see right there.
Yeah, that was running into a brick wall right there. They couldn't even get any penetration. In fact, they lost 4 yards on that play.
So Cartwright stays in at quarterback. This is a bit of a little bit of shenanigans early.
Yeah, and they were doing direct snaps. You thought that was just a running play, but no, here he is, and there's a fumble.
And they're going to call it an incomplete pass, actually. It'll set up 3rd and long, but when you bring in a new quarterback like this, Stick, things like that can happen.
Yeah, that's just a timing thing, and especially when you're trying to pitch it to a guy that's not normally getting it on that angle. But, yeah, I guess that is a forward pass. Even I don't know what a forward pass is anymore. To me, that's a handoff, right?
Yeah. Derek Williams was looking for the handoff, and Cartwright tossed it to him.
Aaron Rodgers has poached about 50 extra touchdowns on that being a pass. But, hey, it's forward. It's forward.
No doubt. So we'll see if they roll with Cartwright to continue here. If they go back to Terrain, the standard quarterback, they do. They go to James Terrain, who is set to be the quarterback and has been all year the junior. He's got Cartwright in the slot right. Now motion left to right. High snap. Cartwright setting up the screen. Floats it left side. It's Cartwright. And he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That thing was sniffed out properly. And the tackle made by number 50, that's Lucas Bigelow on the stop. And this is a good play design, Stick.
Well, they had it covered from the very start. I didn't even think they were going to be able to complete that pass. But to be able to tackle Cartwright in space like that, my goodness. Stick, lock, and lift. Number 50, Lucas Bigelow.
So after the first play of the drive, it was a 12-yard gain. It was all negative or no gain. So here comes the punt. A couple of punters worked in for Country Day this year. Notre Dame Prep comes after kicks. They blocked 4, and apparently they come after kick returners as well. No discrimination on who they're coming after. It was Ben Leporado, who's been quite the story this year on the return, and he was whacked before it ever began.
Yeah, Jacob Borgia, number 55. I don't know. he was either anticipating the ball getting there in time, but he just absolutely cleared house.
Double Nichols, welcome to the show.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way to get yourself involved in the game. But a big 15-yard penalty.
It is. So both teams with similar starting field position for their first drive. And here we go. So Sam Stowe, the quarterback.
Not going to get called tonight.
Quarterback that led this school to their first state title a season ago in Ford Field in Detroit, behind their head coach, Pat Fox.
Insane stat line. 40 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Man. Handoff left side. This is Tartaglia. Has the 50, has the 45, and down to the 42-yard line. It's a first down and a gain of 15 by double fours. Tartaglia.
Tartaglia, part of that two-headed monster in the backfield, and he's not known as the fast one, but he's able to get the edge here and pick up a big gain and show his strength at the end.
Dragged out of bounds by Andy Oakes, so both teams get first down runs. Big ones on their first play. Second play, though, is shut down quickly. It's Tartaglia again, and he's tackled quickly by the defensive tackle, and that is Connor Denis, one of their star defensive linemen. Here's the offensive lineman that they'll be going against in Williams, Fallon, Tuttle, Ewells, who's committed to Miami of Ohio for baseball as a pitcher, and Adrian Fernandez. Handoff again, it's Tartaglia, and he's hit high, low, and in between. It's been a solid defense for Country Day, Stick, and they're standing up against the run right now.
Yeah, and that's a big key for Country Day. Their defense is what's kind of kept them in it. Their offense still struggling to find their legs and get going.
That's Liparado, Roa, Sink, Whidden, and Catula. Liparado and Roa in sync, the headliners there. Roa recently decommitted to CMU for baseball. He's got options at both sports. This is Tartaglia. He's going to get the steam ahead call. So no passes yet. Pat Fox coming with a little bit of shenanigans on his end for a team that throws about 65% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, they've come out and pounded the ball, and so far it's worked. And, you know, here you get a manageable fourth down, and here you would expect a play action, right?
Perhaps. The D-line is Cartwright at the DN spot. Dre Jackson, Denis, and Oakes. Here's the fourth down play. 4th and 3. Stowe in the gun. Motion left to right. Back to pass. Looking right. Throwing down the middle of the field. Well covered and incomplete. Batted away beautifully by Gavin Shaw in coverage. And that was a sticky, icky play and a stop on fourth down.
And he's lucky he got away with that. That was easily an interception thrown into double coverage, but give credit to Shaw for being able to track it the entire way and play great defense. All the time in the world. Good job by his offensive line, giving him the time to let the play develop, but double coverage, that was going to be tough to complete.
Sure was. Martin over there in coverage as well. So both teams do not score on their drives to start this thing. This is a high-scoring offense for Pontiac Notre Dame Prep. They put up 53 against Mott last week, as we told you. They put up 55 against the Trailblazers of Detroit Central in week 1. Twins to the right. Cartwright stays in at QB. Motion right to left by Williams. It's going to be Cartwright again on the keeper, and he is corralled for a loss of 3. And again, well sniffed out and led by Tartaglia. Double forwards on the tackle along with Bigelow.
Yeah, great job by the entire Notre Dame defense stretching that play out.
Wilhelmy, the left tackle, whose brother's a D1 tackle at Toledo. Dre Jackson. Shalal is the center. Borgia, who had that big hit on special teams, and Dinas at right tackle. It's an offensive line that Stick really wants to get the run game going, but so far there's just not a whole lot of space, and I think everybody knows number 3 is the key and the impact guy on offense.
Yeah, and you're getting the ball in his hand. Your best athlete, you want the ball in his hand as much as you possibly can, but they're trying to get to the edges. That hasn't worked. Maybe we'll see him work the middle.
All right, we'll step aside with 7:23 to go in a scoreless game on Independence Night in Pontiac. Thanks for hanging. We're the Prep Gridiron Game Day. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here. There you see Dan McLean, state champion 4 times over, twice as a head coach. Third quarterback we've seen today, and it's a handoff and a draw. It's Keaton Yeargo, one of the captains in at quarterback, and it's Anthony Tartaglia, who's had every tackle on the planet tonight for the green and gold. The blue and gold are led by their skills, and Derek Williams, Jaden Martin, along with Jacob Patton, and the lacrosse star Reese Kenny. And at tight end, it's the featured Anthony Cartwright III. And he has been at quarterback quite a bit tonight. Yeargo stays under center, and he's going to hand off left side. And it's a gain of a few. It'll get him back to about the original spot, but just not enough there in the run game, this time for Derek Williams.
Yeah, I mean, they keep trying. You expect them to throw a pass eventually, right? Let the quarterback let one loose.
Here's the D-line. It's a talented one in Bigelow, Williams, Yules, and Catula for Notre Dame Prep. State champions a year ago. First time in school history. Division 5. So here we go. Back deep again is Leparato, who's waiting to get his first carry. This is a high banger. This is a Division I punt, and it's going to hit at the 19 and take a Notre Dame Prep bounce out of bounds of the 22, but that's how you punt a football Stick.
Yeah, he spiraled it. It was like a beautiful pass. It was an amazing kick by that young man. What a backdrop we have here at Notre Dame.
It really is. So Lobo and Hamway share the punting and the kicking duties. And look at this hanger and banger.
Yeah, it just pops out of the screen. You don't see that too often in high school.
So Notre Dame Prep, Sam Stowe, offered by Wayne State, hasn't been offered by a D1 yet. He's on the cusp, if you ask me. This is Leparato, the second part of the Crazy Italians, as the head coach Pat Fox said. By the way, that punt was from Mitchell Hamway. That'll bring up a second and about 2 Stick. What a story this young man is at the running back spot for Notre Dame Prep. And he is going to have a first down here. Ben Leparato. Liparato's a soccer player, and he wanted to play with his buddies in football. And he was a part of the state champion soccer team But he wanted to play football and play with his guys, and this has been the breakout story of the year, Division 4. In Division 5 this year, Lipperato, who just wanted to come out and play with his buddies. And now he's running the show.
It's funny how that works sometimes, right?
Yeah. No big deal. Soccer to football. And it's not
and
like he's a punter.
Credit to his buddies, though. Credit to his buddies,
Yeah.
though. Hey, come play with us. You think you'd be good. Sometimes kids need that push, and that's a good group of friends.
No doubt. Keaton Yeargo is one of the tri-captains. He's a good backer. So is Jerry Dixon. Also, we saw Jerry in baseball. Dynamic athlete. Dominic Cherry wraps up the trio of linebackers for the Yellow Jackets of Country Day. It's a solid back end as well, with Williams and Patton the cover corners, and Kenny and Martin the safeties for Country Day. Handoff up the middle. It's Lipperato, and he's going to muscle his way across the 45 to the 47-yard line. And the run game is heating up, and number 2 just throws that body around.
Yeah, Gavin Shaw came in. He wanted to lay his shoulder into him, but I think he caught the brunt end of that one. Lipperato, even though he's 5'9", 160, he is delivering.
Really is. Gets the call again, left side, outside the box, outside the numbers, and thrown out of bounds to the 48 into Country Day territory by Jacob Patton.
There you go, Lipperato getting a rest after 7 straight carries, it seems. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And here you go, getting to the edge. Good blocking by everybody outside, and a nice pickup of 5 on first down.
It's a strong left side of that offensive line. Handoff up the middle, Tartaglia. Shot out of a cannon. And he's tackled at midfield, but not before he gets to another first down. Move the chains.
I don't think they quite gave it to him, are they?
They just haven't realized it. The near side official did give it to him.
They're bringing out the chains. Something you don't see in the NFL anymore.
No, they don't do that, thanks to technology.
Virtual.
Man. Isn't that fun? We'll go to New York. Let New York decide our fate. Here's another look at it, and we'll see where he does get tackled. It looks like the knee's down there. That's a good spot, don't you think? Yeah. I mean, a fair spot, accurate spot.
These officials do a good job.
Sure do. And
first down.
It is indeed a first down, despite my partner questioning these old 49-year-old eyes.
I didn't question you. I was just saying they haven't said it yet.
I know. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. It's all right.
And you never know. We've seen stranger things than first downs not called.
We've seen a lot of strange things this year.
We have.
Already.
It's been a fun year of high school football in Michigan.
At halftime, it'll be halfway through the Michigan football high school season.
How about that?
Yes, sir. Motion right to left. It's a handoff. It's Lipperato. He's coming left side at the 40 and wrapped up and thrown down by Deuce. That's Keaton Yeargo, who's got a whole lot of pep in his step. This is a really good one. The tri-captain makes the step.
Oh, he does a great job pursuing on this, getting to the edge. You just see him flashing your screen out of nowhere. Kind of squeezes between 2 of his own teammates to come make the tackle.
Cherry, a nice job to set the edge as well. Stowe looking right, setting the middle screen up, has Tartaglia. Tartaglia has a first down and more across the 30, down to the 23-yard line. Before he's tackled in the Yellow Jacket secondary by Patton. Tartaglia has been the guy in this first quarter.
Yeah, Jack Fallon and Logan Tuttle on that, leading the way. And afterwards, they were letting Country Day know about how they loved lead blocking, sandwiching people, putting them on the ground, and easy first down.
Yes, sir. No score in this game. 4 minutes left to go. Notre Dame prep on the move. Pressure coming backside, and Stowe stays on his feet and gets inside the 20 and falls forward. The luxury being 6'5" and falling forward, as you know, you gain a few extra yards.
Yeah, 2 yards every time. Just fall forward. That's all you got to do when you're 6 foot tall. But another impressive job by his line, giving him a little bit of time. There was nothing open downfield, so he decided to scramble and pick up about 8.
Solid gain, 3:30 to go. Notre Dame prep on the move. Week 1, they knocked off Detroit Central 55-0. Week 2, lost to Jackson Lumen Christi 54-34. No slouch in Lumen Christi, but that was a statement. And they've improved since then, made some changes. There's a hold call. This is coming back. Tackled at the 11-yard line, but Cartwright was too much to contain, and they had to hold him. this is a big behind the sticks play.
Yeah, especially after that big first down play. You're going to see it right there. Just kind of a little hog tie wrestling move, taking him to the ground from the ref's angle. That definitely is a hold.
Yes, sir. Actually, that was on the defensive tackle that forced that hold. My bad. But that's a big penalty, and that does put Notre Dame Prep back to the 26-yard line. And it's 2nd down and 13. Bottom of your screen, watch for number 7. That's Brody Sink, the guy stick featured in the open. But it's Liperato this time, and he's going to get down to the 24 before he's corralled by a couple big bears down there.
And things are getting chippy, too, already in this first quarter.
Connor Dean is part of that front line, along with Cartwright, who made the first hit.
Look at him just pull him back.
Yeah.
Not getting another inch.
So here we go, 3rd and 10 stick. What do you do? What do you foresee?
I mean, it's 4-down territory. You saw that early in the game, so you'd like to pick up 5, 6, 7 here to make it manageable on 4th down, or, bomb one in the end zone.
Stowe looking over the middle, got a man caught, immediately wrapped, and legally popped. And that's Reese Kenny, the lacrosse star, and free safety. And he's going to force a 4th and 4 stick.
Yeah, but that's kind of what you needed. If that's your worst case scenario, you're in good shape. But man, that's one thing you can't do in lacrosse. Just lay somebody out like that.
And that is an offsides.
And there you go. That's another reason why getting that close on 4th down helps. It's an option that you can go. It's like getting a guy to 3rd in baseball.
Exactly.
Pass ball now, anything.
Yeah. Winning football. And that's part of what Dan McLean also said this week is we got to quit beating ourselves. Self-inflicted wounds, that's another one.
Yeah, that was a potential get off the field turnover play.
That's right. Screen left side, Liperato at the 10, cuts inside to the 5, makes a move, and is chopped down at the 4.5. But not before a little shake and bake by Ben Liperato, the first-year football player that looks like he's been playing this game his whole life.
He's definitely been doing something where he's working on his footwork. Look at that little jab left, right by him.
And say what you want about soccer, and I know you and I didn't play the game, but footwork is something that really does shine through with that sport. Stowe's going to keep it left side. Flag is down. This play is not going to happen.
False start.
Yes, sir. Indeed, you're correct again. It'll be 2nd and 8 now. They'll move this thing back to the 8.5-ish line.
Right at it, maybe the 10.
Yep.
Yep, right at the 10.
Or the 10. Not bad. So here we go.
So they still can pick up a first down if they get it within the 1-yard line. Not likely, but is a possibility.
Handoff up the middle. Liperato's going to go into the end zone for the game's first points tonight with a minute left. It's Ben Liperato from 10 yards out with a touchdown.
Yeah, the jet motion is really what threw everything off for Country Day on that play. They followed the motion heading north, and Liperato was heading east and west right up the middle for the touchdown.
10-yard scamper at the 56-second mark. And here comes the extra point. And that is up, and that is boomed up and good. So, a 13-play, 78-yard drive, and in the end, it's a touchdown for Notre Dame. 5:39 on the time of possession. That was quite a drive.
It was quite a drive, but helped out by Country Day, jumping off sides on 4th down, giving them a almost free possession there. But tip your cap to Country Day. They came out. They have a mission today. It is run the football, and they are establishing that early and often here in Pontiac.
So, that kind of drive. Oh, look at, they're shady. Now, it's getting a little shady here. The lights have come down. A chance now for Country Day perhaps to settle down a bit offensively after kind of a rocky start. But really the story right now is Notre Dame Prep's drive number 3.
Yeah, great drive. I mean, the defensive Country Day is on notice. I think they're going to start maybe stacking the box a little bit. But, yeah, you talked about it. The offense has got to pick up the slack here. They got to come, have their defenses back. And it does not look like that extra point was good. There's only 6 on the scoreboard.
All right. We'll see what that is. This is a big return up the gut, and that's a pop at the 31-yard line. And that is number 9 on the tackle.
Number 5.
Gust. And the return by number 5 for Country Day.
No, number 5 on the tackle.
All right. So this is a big drive for Country Day, Stick. What do you want to see on this?
You know, we really haven't seen their offense come out. They came out with a little bit of a trickery, you know, putting Cartwright at quarterback. I love watching the ball in his hands. So far, the tight end screen is probably their most successful play. Just get the ball in Cartwright's hand. Look how big he is out there.
Big boy. He's out there with Jacob Patton to his right.
They put him back in the shotgun.
Motion left to right. It's Martin. Martin gets the bobble again. A loose pitch, and that is a gain of about 1.
Yeah, that was the same play they tried to run the other way and resulted in a fumble. I may want to take that one out of the playbook till we know we can perfect that little pass. But you're seeing the motion come in, just a little pitch in full front. Maybe just, instead of pitching it, just hand it off to him. Put it in his gut.
Cartwright with a 2nd and 9, and time winding down to the first, going to take it himself. Right side, and he is hit by multiple green jerseys. Gain of about 1. It'll set up 3rd and 7. And we'll take a quick timeout. Jeremy Sasson is next. End of the first quarter. And it's a 6-0 Notre Dame Prep lead. Back in a moment with Jeremy Sasson.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Welcome back to Kozira Alumni Field. Tom Cavanaugh down in the field with a very special guest. Tom, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. Welcomed here by Jeremy Sasson, president of the Blue and Gold Club of Detroit Country Day. Jeremy, appreciate your time today. Of course, man. Elaborate a little bit on this Blue and Gold Club and kind of what it means to, you know, the scholar athlete vision and the entire Detroit Country Day community in and of itself.
Sure, been a part of Detroit Country Day since early 90s as a student there. Graduated in 03, and the club was formed in 1978 and is built on the premise of supporting student athletes at Detroit Country Day at any possible venture in which they explore the development of being a great student athlete. From facilities to players to coaches, alumni and beyond, the club is meant to support the backbone of athletics at the school.
And over 30 teams across men's and women's athletics. Talk about a few of those keys that are amplifying not only the scholar athlete vision, but all of Detroit Country Day and its community.
Sure, yeah, officially 31 teams represented at the school between men's and women's athletics. Last year we had 2 state championship teams in the spring representing 123 total state championships now at the school. And so, you know, basically an amazing history since 1914 and trying to make athletics and academics and the arts become an amazing backbone of the school. And as Blue and Gold represents the supportive side to sports, being a scholar athlete is a principle of being at that school. And so, you know, we are built between families and parents and alumni and grandparents supporting all things the school's needs academically and most importantly athletically as well.
And lastly, some of the different organized events that you guys have had through the Blue and Gold Club over the last couple of years, and then also mention a few future events that you guys are organizing down the road in the next several years.
Yeah, totally. So over the last, you know, maybe most importantly, decade or so, you've seen some amazing developments at the school, an indoor facility that supports all indoor athletics on field and on turf. That was proudly supported by Blue and Gold. We have an amazing upcoming project where we're going to be redoing Shaw Stadium this coming spring and summer to take the football stadium and sports athletic field to a new level and a new height. And whenever there's a project that the school needs to take the school to another level, Blue and Gold's there to do it.
Yes, sir, Jeremy. Thank you, man. Appreciate your time. Chad, back to you, man.
Go Jackets.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jeremy Sasson, president of the Blue and Gold Club for Detroit Country Day, a former Yellow Jacket himself. standout in the Gridiron and doing great things for his alma mater and also as an entrepreneur. Stick, good support. You need people like Jeremy Sasson behind your program.
Yeah, and it just shows what the program means to him, too. So somewhere along the way, it did something for him and made him a successful person. And, we both love to give back to our alma mater, and you feel that you owe them something for the way they sent you off into the world.
That's right. Now then, Country Day has their second first down of the game on this drive. Maybe Jeremy Sasson with some little magic. They might bring him back. There's a handoff left side, and that's going to get to the 45-yard line. And it is going to set up another 3rd and mid, and this is where Country Day really has to come to the table with a play that's going to get them the first down. I mean, this has got to be a creative design. We know Cartwright has been featured. Where else can they go here, Stick?
Well, that's it. I mean, they featured him in so many different ways. They've snapped the ball to him directly. They put him at quarterback. He caught a nice little curl route for about 8 yards, kind of doing what he naturally does. So just get him involved.
Here's some of the defensive starters for Notre Dame Prep with Anthony Tartaglia, the two-way guy, along with Sink, and Owen Fulsher, who also doubles as the kicker. And then the back end, talented with Roa and Sherfoley, the cover corners, very good players in Liperato and Artanian, the safeties. And this is going to be a tackle for loss. Blown up in the backfield, nowhere to go. Patton is corralled, and it's Tartaglia again, the two-way star so far in this ball game. Got a little bit of help as well from Bigelow.
Yeah, you just see it, a little bit of misdirection, but Tartaglia does not buy it, gets in there, has the early hit, and the teammates come in and clean it up. Just great penetration on this. Tough to get a running game going when the guys are that deep in your backfield.
It really is. So it is punting time for Country Day. And this is Mitchell Hamway, who hit that banger earlier in the first quarter. Second quarter, just under 9 minutes to go. 6-0 Notre Dame Prep. Despite the guy kicking the extra point onto Giddings Road, it was wide apparently. Extra pressure and nearly blocked by Sink. It's going to hit, poison call, and everybody's running away, and in the end, Notre Dame Prep's got to be shaking their head, Stick.
Yeah, he's definitely got a finger on that when he came through. That was that was so close to being completely blocked. So if you're Notre Dame, got away with it. There we go. Let's see here. Oh no, he didn't get a piece of it at all.
Almost pulled back. He was in so close.
Yeah.
He kind of said, hey, I'm in too tight. I got to back
Well,
up.
the first punt was a pure spiral. That one was an end over end, so I thought a fingertip got on it.
Right. So, here we go. Right hash, Notre Dame Prep on top. The number 3 team in Division 4 on the move. And this is the story. Liperato, he'll try the middle. He'll get 10. Fine blocking up front. Stopped on the back end by Reese Kenny, the junior safety.
Yeah, Country Day bringing Cartwright on the blitz. Just over pursues just a little bit, and that man Liperato just squeaks through the hole and turns 1 into 10 real quick.
Notre Dame Prep, we just haven't seen the pass as much. It's been sort of the opposite flip, 70-30 the run. And bounce outside, Liperato, wrestle to the ground, Cowboy style at the 45. And it's a gain of 7 on the play. Healthy chunk run again for Notre Dame Prep.
Yeah, you talked about Derek Williams, though, coming in with this tackle. You got to love it. He's getting them by the top of the shoulder pads, and all right, we're going to twist, and it's like an alligator when they take you underwater.
Do any way possible. Another offsides, and that's a heady play. Second time tonight, Notre Dame Prep has done that, and they say, we'll get a free first down here. We don't need to run a play.
Yeah, Willie Hoffa just getting a little too excited. You hear that clap from the quarterback, and you just want to go. Now, as a coach, it's tough to critique someone being aggressive, but you really want to pay attention, especially when you're that close to the ball.
Liperato with 60 yards on the ground so far in this one. Play action here. Stowe's trying the middle, got his man caught. It's short of the first down. It's caught by number 8. That's Lucas Catula, the big tight end. Nice, safe pass.
Well, a little bit of trickery. He sent 4 guys out and had tons of options on that play. And here you go again. Quads out and offsides again.
Another lack of watching that football.
Andy Oaks, I think he may have been coming on a blitz. You know when they call your number, like, all right, 4-4, now's the time, sniper blitz. You start heading towards that line of scrimmage.
And Stowe's a heady player. Not only is he's solid with his skills, I mean, he's smart. And he saw that blitz coming. Play action here, looking up top, single coverage, got a man in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Irish! Caught by number 10, Drake Roa. All-stater from a year ago, and the wide receiver hauls in the fade route for the second touchdown tonight for the Fighting Irish. 12-0.
The young man's got 4.47 speed, and he showed it off. Just a straight run route right past his defender into the end zone, and a perfect pass. A way to catch it with your hands.
That's it.
You know, he went up. That ball was a little bit behind. He overran it with that 4.47, but look at those beautiful hands. Some guys will let that ball hit the face mask, the shoulder pad. Next thing you know, it's an incomplete pass.
Yes, sir. 14-0. Detroit Catholic Central leads Warren de La Salle. And the other game that we're covering on the prep. Timeout on the field before this 2-point play. We'll keep it right here. Notre Dame prep wants an even 14 on the board. And, yeah, here's another look at this touchdown pass. And, boy, is this on point. These two players know each other well.
Yeah, timing, effort, execution, and you feel like they're just kind of been slow playing to open up this offense. Just a lot of runs, a lot of runs, a lot of runs. All right, we're going to do 4 wide, 2 plays in a row, and now we're going to stretch your defense too. So really just some good coaching and good execution by these players.
Stick, it was a 4-play, 62-yard drive, and in the end it was Drake Roa, the former CMU commit for baseball, with a 28-yard touchdown catch from his quarterback, Sam Stowe. The only quarterback that had higher honors last year than Sam Stowe was a guy that's playing quarterback for Michigan and making $10 to $12 million a year. So nobody else had a higher quarterback honor than him in Underwood. He was the Dream Team guy, first team. The next guy was this guy, the quarterback in
Sink.
Stowe.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That guy Stowe is in the gun. Motion left to right, going for 2. Play action, looking right, wide open, and into the end zone. Touchdown. Some fancy footwork. But in the end, it's Drake Roa again. He gets 2 points.
Hey, it worked. Scoring the touchdown, why not give him the reward of the 2-point conversion? Like you were talking about, a quarterback with 40 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. You can put some trust in his hands down near the goal line. It's a great clear out route. Man, make one guy miss. A little hurdle.
Pat Fox calls him one of the best athletes he's ever coached. And I mean, this Pat Fox has been around the block now. But Roa, when you can do that, and you talked about how he can run, he's a shortstop. We called him in the spring in baseball. You can do a lot with this guy.
Yeah, and colleges should be looking at him a little bit more than they are. You said he was going to Central,
Yeah.
Then he pulled away from there, and that should be a good thing for a lot of D1 schools
in football, because now they can go after him. And you're right. I mean, he has not been thought of as a football prospect because he's been committed to baseball.
Right.
But now that he's decommitted, it's wide open, and Pat Fox's head coach says this is a Division I wide receiver.
Well, you put that catch on tape, and you send it out.
That's it. So, here comes the kickoff for Jack Williams. It's 14-0 with 6:53 to go on the 28-yard touchdown pass and catch from Stowe to Roa. How about this return? Across the 40 to the 42, and firm blocking at the 50. And some extracurriculars, but no flag.
Oh, nope, flag came in from the bottom.
There is a flag.
It was a short throw, then he had to pick it up and throw it again. I wonder who he's going to get on this, because that was everybody was given as good as they were getting in that exchange, but I wonder who's going to get called or if it's just going to be offsetting. But it has been some tense battles and a little bit of pushing and shoving going on here.
Personal foul on Country Day.
So it is a personal foul against Country Day, and just when things go right, I mean, it's one step forward, two steps back right now. You get a look at Pat Fox, who saw that flag from the original point and was going crazy over it. But this is kind of how it's been for Country Day, shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and that's just a life lesson I learned early, too. The second man's always going to get caught, and that's what happened there. Like I said, both players were giving it as good as they were getting it. So it's tough to be the one that the penalty gets called on. I don't know. That was tough because I was watching both of them the whole time.
You like the no call there?
No, I like the call on both players.
All right. That's fair.
Give me offsetting.
Cartwright throws it right. He's got a man, Williams, up the right sideline. Back to midfield, cuts back inside to the 38-yard line. How about it? A 40-yard pitch and catch, and where's this Williams guy been stick?
Just waiting for the ball to be thrown to him. I mean, they put him in the backfield a couple times, but this time they're able to get him on the outside, and my goodness, look at him in space. One guy missed, and then the speed, the acceleration, and you think I'm going out of bounds? Yeah, you got another thing coming, buddy. Here's a forearm shiver, and I'm going to pick up 10 more yards.
Wow. Shout out to L.J. Lanier, the sophomore, with a block on the perimeter at the wide receiver spot. Why not give it to Williams again? He's got the edge. Watch out. Outside the numbers of the 30, to the 20, down to the 10, to the 5. Is he in? No, he's out at the 2, but how about this dynamic play on the perimeter? Watch out, it's the Williams show coming to life in the Yak.
Get him on the edge to the right, you pick up a big gain. Get him on the edge to the left, you get a bigger gain. And Lanier, number 10, out with the lead block. Watch this lead block of number 10. He's looking, all right, who am I going to get? Bam! Take him down. And then you see the step out right there at the 3-yard line. Good call by the official.
Yep. They waited, got it right, but Mr. Williams has made his rude announcement to this Pontiac crowd on this beautiful Week 5 night.
Get it to Mr. Cartwright near the goal line.
Terrain under center. Cartwright left side leads the block. It is Williams again. It's been his drive. He's not in here. He's down at the 2. It's a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 2 with 6 minutes left.
Notre Dame with a shot of life on this drive, and this is severely needed for them too. I think it proves to them they can break a big play whenever they need to.
Terrain under center in the power I. It's Williams again, and he's in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Derek Williams, the senior running back, says this is my drive, my time, and we're going to cut this lead right in half.
And they were persistent. They wanted that dive to the left to score a touchdown. And you know what? Why not reward the man that got you there too? A little bit of lead blocking, handoff, dive, touchdown. Oh, so close to getting them in the backfield too for Notre Dame. Just the effort and the persistence.
You think Country Day found something in the run game?
I would say so.
So here comes the extra point. I think they found something in Williams.
Yeah, get that young man on the perimeter.
Hamway's extra point is blocked. It's the 5th block of the year for the Fighting Irish, who pride themselves on blocking kicks. Pat Fox, special teams, done it again.
And that's a demoralizing thing, right? You know, you've been out of the game. You're like, okay, we're going to be back within a score. Down 7. Nope, real quick, you're down 8. Like you said, it was a signature move by them. You said they're not pacing as well as they are, and now that's their 5th. They should be ahead of 5 blocks already. Yeah. It's pretty amazing special teams. But here's a great look at the long run and a big block out in front, stepping out at the 3-yard line. Nice looking dive go. And then the touchdown run to cap it off. Good job by the OC, rewarding the man that got you there.
So the Country Day touchdown with 5:38 to go has them back in this thing. Not that they were ever out, Stick, but I mean, now they really believe that they can do something in this ball game.
Yeah, you could see definitely some more energy and a pep in their step coming off the sidelines. It's going to be fun. I told you, they're going to be going back and forth all game long. And here they are.
So Lobo boots this one. And it's an onside kick, and Country Day says they have it, and they do! It's an onside kick recovered by Chase Archer. Archer came up with it, and how about the kick from Lobo?
Not only did Archer come up with it, he was patient, Chad. That ball was sitting about 9 yards out. Get a look at it here. Look at almost, you've got to go to the 50-yard line. Takes kind of a weird bounce, not quite there. Okay, now it crossed. Now I'm going to jump on it. So Archer really heads-up play, really smart, making sure it goes that 10 yards.
Oh, the awareness from the senior tight end, Chase Archer, making a big-time play after the onside kick by Lobo was a Picasso. 3 wide receivers, Cartwright motion left to right. Country Day feeling it right now. Handoff up the middle. And it's a healthy gain of 4 on first down, something we just haven't seen, Stick, between the tackles.
Yeah, and there you go, 4 on first down. That's nice. That keeps you on schedule. You can kind of do whatever you want to do on second down. I'm just still in awe by that call to do an onside kick.
Yeah.
Very Sean Payton-esque. But they saw it on film. Notre Dame just retreats on the kickoff, and there you go. You get your kick blocked. All right, we got special teams on our end, too.
You think these coaches know each other a little bit?
A little bit.
Love each other a lot a bit. This play is wild. Center thought the quarterback Terrain called for it. Terrain did not. And this is really a kick in the gut for Country Day.
And a lot of times they'll just call that a false start on the center or a false start on everybody but the center.
Who was in the middle of it? Tartaglia, of course.
Yeah, and a good heads-up play, just finishing it out. Whether you know if it's a legit snap or not.
Yeah. So, 4.5 to go. Country Day, as much as they want to get something going, happy to run some clock here, Stick. And not give the ball back to this potent offense. Cartwright near side, bottom of the screen. Watch for him. Terrain going back and looking for him. One-on-one coverage. Anthony comes back for it, and he hauls it in at the 24-yard line. Or no.
No, he
dropped it, but there is a flag.
But that may be on Cartwright.
Yes.
It looked like he kind of grabbed him and threw him to get back in play. I thought he did a good job, being physical, but maybe a little too physical on that play.
Yeah.
But that was the first time we saw him isolated by himself at the bottom of the street. And yeah, they are calling it on Cartwright. Look at it, jersey tug.
Yeah. There was contact early from the corner, but yeah, I think that's fair. Roa on Cartwright is quite the show.
If you're the official, maybe you wait to see if that's completed, and they didn't catch it. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, I think so.
But they're acting in real time. Here's another look at it. You're going to see the grab right here. And great job by the defense turning around to look at the ball, but there's a clear grab of the jersey. If that was on the other way around, you would want that called as well.
Yes, sir. So the Country Day punting unit, and remember the block. Notre Dame Prep is coming after it. And Country Day has had some issues. And this is blocked again. Picked up. Going in. Touchdown. Fighting Irish. On point. On cue. And into pay dirt is Lucas Bigelow.
Special teams on display tonight in Pontiac. We've seen a block extra point. We've seen an onside kick. And now a block punt return for a touchdown. Just too much time taken to get that ball off. And a great job by number 7, Brody Sink. Of course, it's Brody Sink, the impact player, making a big impact on that play.
How about it? The touchdown return by Bigelow has been huge tonight. And Pat Fox has got himself his second block of the night. Extra point is up, and the extra point is hammered through the spruces. And it's 21-6 now, just like that. The Irish bounce back with a special teams touchdown, Stick.
Yeah, and it feels like the time of possession is going to look very lopsided because Country Day has the ball. But when you're scoring on special teams like this, you turn the ball right back over to Country Day, and they got to find that spark that they had just 30 seconds ago.
What a turn of momentum. And the fight song is rolling. So it's unofficially a 25-yard blocked field goal or blocked punt attempt. And the touchdown by number 50, Lucas Bigelow.
Coach got to be fired up right now. You know, those special teams get him going. Very fiery guy with our interview.
Yeah, and Tom Cavanaugh will talk to him on the back end of halftime. So 21-6, Country Day will get it back. Comes the kickoff from Williams and taken at the 9. Middle of the field with some room. Bounce outside and nowhere to go there. Jaden Martin made it to the 29-yard line before he was tackled by Owen Fulsher, who says, I know about kicking. That's what I do too. So Country Day, what will we see here? The run worked. Williams worked. What do you do now?
Yeah, Williams is what I was thinking. Get him on the edge. That little flare pass to the outside is really what got you going on that drive. He was able to turn the corner, use his jets, and then really put an elbow into somebody and get the whole dang team excited. So I would try to do that again. Get him on the edge. It seemed to work.
All right. Country Day scoring in their last possession on the Williams touchdown run.
And they're spreading them out now.
And it looks like Cartwright. Is it Cartwright back in there?
No, Cartwright's at the bottom of the screen, single coverage.
Terrain is back in and completes it to Williams, and Williams is bottled up at the 25-yard line. It's a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, see, now I know that's probably what the play call was, but if I have Cartwright one-on-one with 0 safety help, I'm throwing that jump ball 10 times out of 10 because he's coming out of it 9 times out of 10 with that.
Yep. So you'd like to see Cartwright in those one-on-one spots a little more often.
Yeah, it's like Kelvin Johnson.
Yeah. Not a lot of guys that can physically match up with him. Roa has done a fine job tonight doing it, but this is Williams, and he's tackled for a loss. Who else? 5-0, Lucas Bigelow.
Bigelow making plays in this game. There you see, just busted through the backfield from his defensive end positions, crashing down. I guess designed not to block him because you assume he's not going to be able to have the closing speed to make that play.
A lot of huffing and puffing as we get to the end of the first half. We'll talk to both coaches at halftime. Terrain back in there, and a 3rd and 16. Throws it right side. It is Williams, and Williams is tackled at the 34. He's about 4 or 5 yards shy of the first down. Timeout, Pat Fox. He wants time on the clock to score again with 2:27 to go.
And if you're Country Day, that gave you enough to consider going for it on 4th down. If anything else, come out there and try to draw them on an offsides, which we've seen with a couple hard counts so far in this game. I'd be interested to see if they send out the punt unit or not.
Yeah, you wonder if they turn the tide on the hard counts. And if Pat Fox is talking to him exactly about that.
Maybe that's what he's doing.
Hey, this is what I would do. Be ready for it. And again, these two head coaches are such good friends and have so much respect for one another. And what you've got in Pat Fox and Dan McLean. Guys have been doing it for a long time, not just winning titles and getting young men to the next level, just doing things the right way.
Yeah, just very proud of their programs. So you could tell they have planted their flag on these programs, and it is a part of their blood. Here we go, going for it on 4th down. Cartwright up top.
So wide receivers in motion. Fourth down, they're going for it. Looking right, got a man. It is Cartwright. It's caught. Watch out. Into the open field to the 20 and down to the 18. They went to AC3 when they needed a big play. Stick, you were right. Get it to number 3 at all costs.
I mean, that's your guy, right? He's the best tight end in the country. Huge prospects, and they're using him at a quarterback, at wide receiver, as running back today. But yeah, if you got single coverage on him, why not? I don't understand why you wouldn't overuse that. I used to work for a guy in radio named Tony Travato. He says, when you have a weapon, you use it.
They use it there.
And he was referring to Mojo.
How about that?
Yeah, whose son actually went to Notre Dame.
And Mojo, I believe, went to Notre Dame. I believe. No? Okay. All right. More on that later. Run right. You would know better than I. That's your world.
Yeah, 'cause he's from Arizona.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Second down and 8. 2:05 to go, Stick. And it's been interesting for Country Day. I mean, they found it in different ways. You at least have some diversity right now with things that have worked.
Yeah, now if you're Country Day, you don't want to score too quick. Like, that's what you're worried about right now. But here you go. Why don't you throw another jump ball?
Looking right, curl route caught. It's Cartwright out of bounds. They gave him cushion, but not so much. But it's hard to get around Superman.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell this young man knows how to box out, too. I'm sure he played some basketball in his day. But here you go. You got to respect the deep route. You got to respect him going. So you give him the cushion. And the only thing I would recommend if I'm Cartwright, working back to the ball a little. I know you want to get to the sticks and sit down, but you're kind of almost leaving an opportunity for an interception if you're not working back towards the ball.
Yep. I mentioned Cartwright. He is a 3-sport star: baseball, basketball, and football. Handoff up the middle. It's Williams. He needed 1. He got 1.5. That's enough. Move the chains. That's a big run for Country Day.
That's perfect, honestly. That's exactly what you want to do. Get the clock rolling again. Now you got a fresh set of downs. And you're not going to let Notre Dame back on the field in this half, hopefully.
We are also covering the game at Lawrence Tech. It's number 2, Detroit Catholic Central. On the road at De La Salle. That game being played at Lawrence Tech in Southfield. And right now, I believe we've got a 14-0 game. How about this? Alex Westfall, you ask Alex something and he delivers. You got a live look at it. It's 22-0 now. With Catholic Central on the move, we'll keep it here. The timeout on the field. But last week, Catholic Central, big win over Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Yeah, big on the scoreboard, too. I mean, not only getting a win over your division rivals, but also just taking it to them like that in your own barn.
And, of course, De La Salle we saw against St. Mary's. So if you're handicapping it, I mean, you know, Catholic Central had a 29-0 lead over Orchard Lake St. Mary's. You know, and St. Mary's had a
running clock
against De La Salle. You handicap this one, and I mean, you might say De La Salle's backs are against the wall in this one, though.
Yeah, but you could tell De La Salle's playing pretty well, though, if we are handicapped. They keep it 14-0 for as long as they did. But water always finds its level.
Yeah, they're in the closing minute as well. And Banta, the quarterback, is sacked, and so that'll set up a 2nd and long. We appreciate that live look in. Ben Holden and Evan Stockton on the call with Charlotte Turbrock. Back to this one. 1st and goal, Notre Dame Prep trying to keep Country Day out of the end zone. It's Cartwright back in at Wildcat quarterback. 1st and goal from the 8, and he will keep it, stay on his feet, fight forward to about the 5, and still pushing. A little Bush push down inside the 5, but the whistle blew. Gain of 3, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Notre Dame came out of the scrum with the football, too. So a little bit of rugby action going on out there. This fine high school football night.
Yeah.
Beautiful night, too. What a beautiful stadium.
It really is.
The pine trees all the way around look really nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do to Country Day in their new stadium. You know, we got to play there when I was in high school.
Sure, we did too. Yeah.
Stunning place to play.
It really is. We're looking forward to going back there and doing more things with Country Day. But right now, William Kozera Alumni Field. Country Day's on the move. It's Cartwright going to try the left side, going to try the perimeter. He's to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Jackets! Anthony Cartwright, AC3, with a 5-yard touchdown run.
You put lead blockers out of that in front of that young man, and he is going to use them to his advantage. And then the guys who squeak by, he's just going to put in the dirt himself. What a great run, determined run by Cartwright right there, getting it into the end zone and making this a little bit more respectable going on into halftime. But look at one stiff arm, and a slam right at the goal line. Just handing
those
them
stiff
out.
arms are disrespectful.
It's tough.
Those are and I mean that in a respectful way, but that's an authoritative stiff arm.
Yeah, it's never fun when you're diving at a guy and next thing you know, your face is in the dirt.
Right? So they're going for 2. It was a 9-play, 72-yard drive, 3 minutes, 32 seconds. It's Cartwright in the end zone. And the 2-point play is confusing. Terrain does get them lined up, and that's too much time. Yeah, just too much time getting this play figured out.
And they put Cartwright in motion, too. That's what was slowing down the play.
I love putting him in motion, by the way. I think that's the call. You can use him as a decoy here to your, ultimate strength.
Yep, just got to get the play in a little bit quicker.
Yep. And they are going to go for 2 again. I mean, they do have 2 kickers they feel comfortable kicking field goals up to 45-yard field goals with.
Yeah, it's
2 guys they feel really
Are they
good
comfortable
about.
blocking the linemen, though?
Well, that's a whole nother story. Terrain. That's a good point. Double tight. Motion right to left. Country Day trying to make this a 7-point game. They're going to go back to Cartwright in the end zone. Incomplete. Well defended by Drake Roa, who's taken that assignment personal. He's won some, he's lost some. He wins this one.
Yeah, that ball, maybe if it's just a little bit higher and to the outside, it's a play for Cartwright that he can make. But the defender doing a great job, hands all over it, knocking it down and saving it. And, those are 2 big points that you miss. Instead of it being 21-14 by making your extra points. But here you get a look at the touchdown run coming right at you. That was the first stiff arm. There's the second, and there's something for you while I'm on the way to the end zone. And I don't know who's over there, but he's letting them know. I'm good.
I'm good. I got 50 offers. Come with me. So the extra point, no good. It's a 9-point margin. That is a big deal.
2 scores now.
31 seconds left. If you're Country Day, I mean, you're tickled pink, though, that you've been able to have 2 drives against this defense on the road, and you're still in this game.
Yeah, and really the only reason Notre Dame is up is because of a big special teams play. It has nothing to do with your defense letting up the points.
So this time it is Mitchell Hamway's turn, the junior kicker. Hamway, a good one.
We got to find out who this coach is.
He's a soccer goalie, Hamway is. Is that the hype coach?
I don't know. He's jumping with the guys at every kickoff. You got to love him.
We'll get some eyes on him. Gotta love this return by the Fighting Irish up to the 30-yard line. The 24 ticks left. And the return was by Ross Sherfoley, the sophomore, who's been a big performer on special teams and that secondary spot. What do you do, Stick? 24 seconds left.
No, I mean, if you're Notre Dame, you trust your quarterback, right? And you had the speed. Maybe you throw a couple bombs here, or at least try to see what the defense will give you. Maybe a screen pass and go from there. How many timeouts do they have left? They got 1 timeout left. So you got some time. Uh-oh, they're bringing it back. Must have been a penalty on the play.
So this might change the philosophy a bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're going in the kneel-down formation.
Fair enough.
So running back at the goal line. Make sure no disaster happens.
Yeah, always need that guy.
There you go.
So
Now we'll take it to the half.
So that's the final play of this first half, Stick. What are your thoughts on this first frame?
I think it's been great physical, hard-nosed football. These guys are getting after it so far here in the first half. The stars have shined. It's exactly what you want. I mean, if you're Country Day, you could go in feeling good that your offense can move the ball in the second half and you can get on the scoreboard. If you're Notre Dame, you're feeling good. So I think both teams have something to feel good about. Both teams know each other, like you said. And you can tell. There's a certain disdain for each other, too.
No doubt. So, we're awaiting head coach Dan McLean. Maggie Mace is standing by. As you see Notre Dame headed to the locker room. We'll hear from their head coach, Pat Fox, coming up. But right now, let's go down to the field. Maggie Mace is standing by with the head coach, Dan McLean. Maggie?
Thanks, guys. All right, Coach, so many momentum shifts in that first half. What are your thoughts on the half?
Well, we just have to, again, stay away from the self-inflicted stuff. And I think that we proved we can move the ball, and we played pretty good defense. We just have to not, kind of be our own worst enemy. But I think I like the way we came back from being down. And so, I think good things hopefully for the second half.
And what are you going to tell them coming out of that locker room into the second half to clean up and put some more points on the board?
I think it's, every play, play every play, one play at a time, do your very best. And, once it's over, we move on to the next play. One play at a time. You can't, score 2 touchdowns at once, and we're just going to go and play the game in front of us and play it with as much intensity and focus as we can.
Thank you. Good luck in the second half.
All right. Thank you very much, Maggie. Thank you, Dan McLean, for your time. We appreciate both coaches and both administrations being great to us. We've got a wonderful football game in Week 5 on Gridiron Game Day. It's the host team and the reigning state champions. In Division 5, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame with a 21-12 lead against the angry, hungry Country Day Club coming over from Beverly Hills. More to come, including Aaron Krause, the assistant AD for Pontiac Notre Dame Prep. His interview with Tom Cavanaugh's next. You're watching the Prep coverage of Gridiron Game Day.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge to you. Give them a call today, 844-772-7368, to learn how they can help your family.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Alongside Assistant Athletic Director Aaron Krause here of Notre Dame Prep. Coach, thank you for taking some time today to talk to us. I want to start things off and kind of talk about what has happened over the last 12 months, transitioning from Division 4 to Division 5. What has that process been like? What are some of the positives you've seen from becoming D5? I know this is a program, a season program with a lot of state titles in it, but just give me some of those positives you've seen from getting into Division 5.
Well, first off, Tom, it's great to see alums back on campus, so welcome back. It feels like you never left.
Thank you.
As far as us in transitioning down to D5, it just changes your pathway a little bit when it comes to postseason time. Really hasn't changed a lot in terms of how we've chosen to run our program. Maybe a little bit with scheduling when you look at the playoff points, the bonus points. But just as far as us, business as usual as we get ready to prepare for late October.
Perfect, and that kind of piggybacks right into my next question. Last season, NDP football with their best season at 12-1, winning a state title over there against head coach Pat Fox's alma mater of Frankenmuth at Ford Field. What was that like witnessing? Because we have seen, as I mentioned, this program, volleyball state titles, soccer state titles, and being able for football to join the party as well. What was that like being there and witnessing that win?
Well, it was just so exciting, and we've been so close for so long, knocking on the door there, and having one play or another not go our way. Just for our players, our coaches, our alums to be able to experience that moment and also ultimately celebrate something at Notre Dame Prep. Just incredibly special to be a part of and get to witness all that.
And for Coach Fox, 12 seasons here, what has he meant to this program, not only for molding these players from boys into men, but also just the program as a whole, because he's made quite the impact on Notre Dame Prep football.
He has, and I feel so fortunate as an athletic director to get to work along Coach Fox's side every day. He and I started together 12 years ago, and it's amazing. It's amazing it's been that long, but I think the greatest compliment that I can give a coach as an AD is that a coach is good for kids. Not only is Pat just a professional with what he does on the field, his preparation is second to none, but just the way that he molds our kids into that idea of Christian people, upright citizens, academic scholars. He lives it in everything he does, and I could not ask for more out of a football coach than we get from Coach Fox.
And for you yourself, I mean, you said 12 years ago you started here with Coach Fox. What has kept you here at Notre Dame Prep? Because, I mean, this is an incredible high school, one of the best in the state, in Oakland County as well. But from your time here, what have you taken from it and some of the positives that you've seen from watching not only students but staff and scholar athletes as well all grow into amazing people down the stretch?
Yeah, and it's just there's a special feeling when you walk onto campus here. And yes, we're fortunate to have great facilities. We've been really lucky to have a lot of talented athletes and coaches, walk through here. But it's really the people that I get to interact with every day, from our athletic staff, our teachers, our coaches, our parents, our kids, just individuals that get it when it comes to that mission. And I think most importantly, just treat each other well and understand that true idea of community.
Aaron, thanks so much for your time, sir.
So much,
guys, that was Assistant Athletic Director Aaron Krause here from the PEP. Game day in just a few.
Love Piece and Threads Design Bar, a unique new fashion experience in downtown Milford. Get ready to elevate your style by stepping foot in their design shop. Love Piece and Threads Design Bar offers specialized collections of custom apparel. They've got custom denim jackets and sweatshirts to dresses and hats, and they've got a variety of options to choose from. Whether you're looking for a one-of-a-kind piece or you want to set a new fashion trend, their store has got you covered with endless customization options. But that's not all. Their design bar is also the perfect place for a fun and creative night out. And you can do a celebration, book a party, and bring the full experience. Gather your family or friends and design your own custom jacket, complete with patches and your own personal touches, and unleash your imagination and create something truly special with their hands-on design experience. Love Piece Threads Design Bar is more than just a store. It's a place where fashion meets creativity and community. At Foodie Centric, our client's agenda is our first priority. We specialize in unique items that are memorable and drive profits to your bottom line immediately. From gluten-free exclusive items to specialty Palazzolo gelato, melting moments, ice cream sandwiches, and so much more. Foodie-centric solutions will have you set for success today, tomorrow, and into the future. Foodie-centric solutions at the center of all of what's important to get to your last goal. Follow the Prep on social media all season long. We're on 5 social medias, including this YouTube channel. If you would, please subscribe to this broadcast. 125 high school games a year, the most in the state of Michigan. We're proud to bring it to you. Also, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the broadcast, contact us at info@theprepsports.com.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge to you. Give them a call today, 844-772-7368, to learn how they can help your family. Do you want your school's games on the Prep? Well, find out how by contacting us today at info@theprepsports.com. We're now booking for the winter and spring sports seasons, and we've got some openings that remain in the fall for football, girls volleyball, and boys soccer. Take your school and program to the next level by elevating the game with the Prep. Want to thank our food sponsor tonight, Smokey G's Smokehouse, located at 2670 Atwater Street in Detroit. Get them at 313-693-2533, the best smokehouse in the D.
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
alongside Notre Dame Prep offensive coordinator Jason Whalen. Jason, we knew it was going to be a dogfight tonight. 21-12 come out of the half, 2-score lead. Kind of slow played them offensively to start. Run game was heavy, and then you guys open up the pass a little bit with Sam Stowe, Drake Rolla getting involved. Talk to me a little bit about what was working in that first half.
Yeah, they got some talent over there. They got a lot of talent. So they're playing coverage early, so when we got down in the red zone, or close to the red zone, we saw some tighter man coverage, so we figured we'd take our shots. But run game's been critical for us. That's why we've been able to score the ball. So soft box right now because they're playing coverage, so hopefully we can just keep pounding a little bit.
24 minutes of ball left. What do you got to do to improve to 3-2 and get on to next week here on home turf?
We've made some mistakes. We've made some critical errors with a holding penalty that shot ourselves in the foot. We had a blown assignment on a route early, so we got to play clean football. That's been our game. We play assignment clean football on both sides of the ball. So if we do that, we should be all right.
Jason, thanks so much, man. All right, back to you, Chad. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Appreciate that very much. And we appreciate Jason Whalen's time, one of the best quarterbacks in Walled Lake Central Viking history. Now then, Sam Stowe, one of the best quarterbacks in Notre Dame Prep history, stick to Drake Rolla for the touchdown.
Yeah, Sam Stowe with a pretty consistent first half, 4 of 6, 49 yards and 1 touchdown that you saw right there, the beautiful toss. And there you go with the 2-point conversion. That was to go up 14-0, but Country Day, they wanted to play in this game too. Number 7, Derek Williams. It was pretty much his entire drive. Steps out at the 3, but why not hand him the sugar just one more time to get into the end zone. That brought it to, I believe, an 8-point game because they missed the extra point. And then the big turnaround. This is the biggest play of the game right now. Pretty even until that happens. And Lucas Bigelow, that man right there, picks it up, takes it into the end zone after Brody Sink blocks the punt. And then they start using the big weapon for Country Day. They start throwing it to Anthony Cartwright, the big tight end. And then, you know what? Why not reward him with the sugar, too? We're going to hand you the ball on the other side. That was a 3-yard touchdown run, 2 stiff arms, and 1 forearm shiver on that alone. But you're looking at the stats from the first half. Pretty even yardage-wise. Country Day with 161, Notre Dame Prep with 156. But kind of got them in different ways. Passing yards, Notre Dame Prep has 96 to 49 for Notre Dame. And then Cartwright, 7 attempts rushing for 25 yards. Williams, 13 attempts for 47 yards and a touchdown. It's been a fun first half, honestly. It's really evenly matched, but the special teams, when the offense and defense are kind of even, but the special teams are different, this is the result you're going to get, and that block punt has totally changed the way this game looks.
That's right. 2 block punts, 1 the extra point, and 1 the punt for the touchdown. The scoring went like this. It was Leparato to lead things off with the scoring at the 56-second mark of the first quarter, and it was 6-0 Notre Dame Prep. It was Roa to make it a 14-0 lead with his 28-yard touchdown catch. Go to the second quarter with Notre Dame Prep leading 14-0. That's when Country Day got on the board with the Williams touchdown. Extra point, no good. 21-6. Notre Dame Prep, the punt return touchdown, as Stick mentioned. That made it 21-6. And then Cartwright's 3-yard touchdown run. Extra point, 2-point conversion attempt, no good. 21-12 is where we sit. And Notre Dame Prep's going to get the ball back, and we're going to look at the split screen and find out what's going on in Southfield, Stick.
Looks like Catholic Central.
Samson Gash with a catch. And the score there is look at that Southfield skyline.
I think someone's down.
Yeah, someone's down. And maybe score bug is down as well, apparently. All right. Here comes the kickoff left to right.
There's the coach jumping with the kids again.
Mitchell Hamway. We'll find out. Let's find out who the hype coach is over here from our cameraman friend that we made. There's a return up to the 20, and how about it? A double whack job there. And a big hit coming from Reese Kenny, the super safety laxer.
Yeah, and Gavin Shaw came in and put the finisher on him, too. They kind of let him know about it as well. But that's the way it's been between these two teams. You know, they just do not like each other, and you can tell.
Yeah.
In a competitive, fun way, Chad.
Always. Always, always. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 21. Stowe, the All-State quarterback a year ago. 40 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2,800 yards. But this year is this year. And this year is a new year for guys like Leporado who have stepped onto the scene and made a splash in year one. This is a soccer kid controlling the gridiron.
It's unbelievable. He went one-on-one with like 3 guys on this play. Look, here's one right here. Going to break you down. Okay. No, going to break you down. Okay, one more. Going to get through to you.
He's doing this against big-time players. Stowe's in trouble. Stowe's going down at the 24-yard line. L.J. Lanier, who's been a force tonight blocking as a wide receiver, says, I can play a little defense too, Sticky.
Yeah, you know, I love that Iron Man award when we get guys like this. The big lead block and then a huge sack here just coming out of nowhere and bringing them down. That drives them way back. You're talking 2nd and 21 now.
Yep. So, behind the sticks, something this Notre Dame prep offense has not seen a lot. Jason Whalen will go deeper into the back. There's a hitch route sink. The Miami, Ohio commit gets to the 32-yard line on the hitch route. It'll be a gain of 8 on the play, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, that's just easy pickings, especially when you've got a long down and distance. The defense is going to give you that cushion. They don't mind giving up 8 yards right there. There you go, a big play and a chance to get the ball back early in the second half for Country Day.
Twins to the right, Roa at the bottom of your, Sink at the bottom of your screen on the crossing route. He's in trouble, throws over the middle, Sink has it at the 50 and wrestled down at the 48. And how about the patience from Sam Stowe?
The patience, the presence of mind, and just not freaking out when you have a big 6'5" dude tumbling down on you, and just being able to hit him in stride right up the seam like that.
Yeah. Sink with a fine play. And how about Leporado throwing all 160 pounds soaking wet onto that turf at the 43-yard line? Where does this come from for Leporado, who's really,
I don't know, but Dominic Cherry was on the business end of that. And they are calling timeout right now.
What I tell you?
Well, Notre Dame Prep's coming off their best season in football history. That's simple. Since the school opened, their best year was last year. 507, co-ed school, really a gem hidden in northern Oakland County. 12-1 a year ago. Only loss came in the regular season to Hudsonville Unity Christian and the state title. How about Bryce Behringer? Did you know this? I didn't know this. I'll be very honest. 2017 grad, punted at Illinois, went to Michigan State, Big Ten, all Big Ten punter, drafted in the 6th round, punts for the Patriots. Dude went here. He's in the league punting in his 2nd, 3rd year, making $1.3 million a year. Not bad.
Patriots know what they're doing with those late round draft picks too.
Oh, you're not lying about that. You're not lying about that. Notre Dame Prep on the move, 2nd down and 5. Of course, Pat Fox, their head coach, that led them all the way to the promised land last year. Leporado again, and he gets a big old bear hug at the 41-yard line. The big bear hug was compliments of Connor Denis, whose name we've called a lot tonight. Dan McClain loves this kid.
Yeah, well, when I got a guy that can bring you down with one arm, I think I'd like him too.
You're not kidding.
That big long arm out there.
Yep.
Oh, they got him
Another
again.
offsides.
Got him again.
Yeah. And
they got 3 of them.
Yeah. And there's just no excuse, especially a perimeter guy to come up like that. Some frustration on that defensive end right now for Country Day. And credit Notre Dame Prep Stick for playing this angle in this game.
Well, not only playing the angle, like having the ability to set that tempo and getting the defense in a rhythm and then throwing them off rhythm.
Yep. Tartaglia back to the ground. He'll gash up the middle. He'll strike another 7.
And that's it right there. You know, on that play, the minute he claps his hands, the ball's snapped and they're running. So the defense has got to respond the minute he claps his hands. But then he claps his hands, they're going on 2. And you're almost like Pavlov's dog. You've been trained. Here's a nice deep pass.
Right side caught, fade route, touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about it, Drake Roa on a dime. How about the 2nd touchdown pass of the night? And this one was special, Stick, coming from Sammy Stowe.
Yeah, we got a great angle on this from where we are at up in this press box. And it was a perfect pass right from the start. up over the defender, into the gut, and another touchdown for that young man. We said, hey, football's open. Offers, I'm waiting for you. 2-touchdown game happening against Country Day.
Not kidding, man. Drake Roa, wide receiver. They're going for 2, are the Irish. Now, this is interesting.
15-17.
It's not one, I guess.
Take it to a 3-score game.
But if you miss, it's a 2-score game.
Yeah.
All right.
If you
Pat
make
Fox
it,
has
but if
won a
you
lot
make
more
it, it's
games
a
than I
two-score
have.
game.
Yep. Stowe, left side, knocked away, incomplete. They were looking for Sink, who's fired up down there, but it was well covered by Jacob Patton. So we sit at a 2-score game, 27-12. Mark that one down.
Well, when you think about that drive, it all goes back to that long 3rd and 10 after Detroit Country Day had a huge sack, had them backed up, and just the ability to scramble and extend that play for the first down led to this.
Second 28-yard touchdown catch of the night for Roa. Both have come from Stowe, and both have come from 28 yards out. It was an 8-play, 79-yard drive. It took 3 minutes and 3 seconds. And it's the 4th touchdown of the night for the home team and the defending state champion, Fighting Irish.
Complimentary football. You know, their defense has played well, their special teams has played well, and offense is starting to click as well.
Pat Fox getting down, hands on his knees, getting ready like he's going to field this kick or run down and defend this kick. How about the hype coach? Who's the hype coach down here?
Yeah, do we know? There he is, like swag surfing and jumping around. We got to get him for an interview.
Yeah, well, Tommy Cavanaugh, Maggie Mace, we got all the talent to do it tonight. Kick down to the 10, and watch out. On the run up the middle of the 27, tripped up, was Jaden Martin. And the tackle from number 9, that's Ashton Gust. There's the hype coach. There he is.
I don't know who he is, but this guy, every kickoff, he's jumping around with the team. He's dancing with them. He's having a good time. He's the vibes coach. That's what we're going to call him. That's the vibes coach right there. Coach Yannick. Is he the vibes coach? Okay, see, we have confirmation.
Tyler. All right. That's the hype coach. All right, we got an update going on in Southfield at LTU. Alex Westfall, your executive producer tonight, will take us to Banta. Handing off up the middle, and it's another Shamrock touchdown. And they've taken a big lead, as we expected the number 2 team in the state to handle their business. It's now 29-0 with that touchdown. Terrain's going to throw it left flat. It's Cartwright on the catch. And the kid that's been offered more times than Stick had dates in high school. I mean, 50-plus offers. That's like your homecoming offers, wasn't it?
That was multiple schools, too.
Yeah, okay. Private, public?
Yeah, all over.
Love it.
Owen Fulcher on that, number 88. When Cartwright went in motion, Fulcher had that look like, wait, I'm single coverage on this guy on the edge? But he ended up making the play, holding him to only a 4-yard game. And you saw Cartwright come off the field.
Handoff up the middle, and that is a quick convergence and stop. It's a gain of 0, and it sets up a 2nd and long. Make it 3rd and mid, rather.
Yeah, just absolutely dominating in the middle of that defense. And, you know, you wonder if Country Day could steal a little something out of Notre Dame Prep's bag and maybe do a hard count to kind of slow those guys down getting off the ball like that.
I like your thinking.
Well, it's good for the goose, you know.
So, wide receivers now. Wide right is Atlas Amizkua.
Got Cartwright up top with single coverage again.
Motion left to right with Martin. Watch for Cartwright top side. Throw over the middle. Caught. It's a curl route. On his feet. Spins to the 50-yard line. And it's a first down for the Yellow Jackets. Thanks to the extra effort by Jaden Martin and the patience and dime from the quarterback, Terrain.
Yeah, just a great look, great throw, and a nice move over the middle to pick up the first down, and that was sorely needed for Country Day. They have to come back and score on this drive.
12-yard pickup on the play, moved the chains. Terrain turns, gives to Williams, who scoots through, but had to fight 2 defenders. Nothing there. That green wall.
And a timely blitz by Notre Dame, too. They've done that a couple times, bringing that outside linebacker and then crash down right into that block.
It was Henry Yules, the Miami of Ohio commit, and the Division I baseballer who we saw pitch against Orchard Lake St. Mary's in the baseball playoffs last spring. 2nd down and 9. Terrain sets up the screen, and it's batted down. Big bear paws coming from who else? Is that Lucas Bigelow again? You betcha, it's 5-0.
That young man just makes plays. He is all over the field, and when you need a big play and you look down at the sheet, you know it's number 50. He's done a great job this game. He's got a touchdown so far. Consider that a batted play. So if you're running the independent defensive players in your fantasy football high school league, he would be a good one to have.
Noted. 3rd and 9, looking left side, got a man caught, but out of bounds. Incomplete pass. How about the effort by Martin again, but it's out of bounds, incomplete. It's 4th down, and it's probably punting time for Country Day.
Yeah, I don't know. You're at midfield, but they sent the house, and he just did not have time to get his feet planted and get that ball, because that was a nice route. Nice catch, just out of bounds.
Sure was.
I think they're going to go for it.
4th and 9 from their own 45.
Yeah, but you're feeling that desperation right now. You cannot let Notre Dame's offense get back on the field. Next thing you know, you look up at the scoreboard, it's 34-12. Can't do it. Got to convert here.
And they are going for it. So Terrain in the gun with Williams to his right. Cartwright, top of your screen. Back to pass, looking over the middle. Cartwright on the post route. Caught at the 35. A stiff arm. What else? Inside the 30 to the 26. Anthony Cartwright III is putting on a clinic, and he's shoving folks to the turf like they're fleas.
So they keep running this defense where Chris Artinian, it's lined up as an outside linebacker, but then he drops into coverage. So they're putting double coverage on Cartwright. That time, instead of running up the sideline, Cartwright ran the post route, and that's what got him open. But what a throw, what a catch, and what a play.
A little something dialed up by the old trickster, Coach McLean.
But there you go. When you have a weapon, use it. When you got a guy that's 6'5", can jump higher than everybody, run faster than everybody.
Who's your mojo? Use your mojo.
Use your mojo.
Quarterback keep, it's Cartwright trying to stay hot, but nothing home there. Again, it's Tartaglia in the midst of it all, along with Bigelow, and now Cartwright slow to get up, along with another Yellow Jacket. Williams. Yep. Williams with a cramp, Cartwright with a cramp, and we're going to take a timeout. Sponsored by Bananas. 5:31 to go in the 3rd. Irish by a couple. Come on back to the Yak, won't you? We're the Prep. Thanks for hanging.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Country Day, the Yellow Jackets, a proud program, a winning program, 4 state titles to their credit. 610 is the enrollment. It's private, it's co-ed, it's Division 4. Last year, 3-6. This year, already a couple wins. They're a win away tonight from matching the season win total from a year ago. How about Javen Hunter? Stick, you played against him. When you were at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, a 98 grad, 3-time state champ in basketball, and was played with David Weber and Shane Battier, some good company there. Parade All-American, 4 seasons at Notre Dame, played a year of basketball. His father, Javen's father's James Hunter, and his son is Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, number 5 pick for the Detroit Pistons, Jaden Ivey.
Not to mention his mom, who's the head coach at Notre Dame. I mean, this is a family just loaded with talent. It's a school loaded with talent academically and athletically. Detroit Country Day. Curl route caught inside the 20 and twisting down to the 18-yard line. This is a catch made by Atlas Amezcua, and he gets inside the 20 down to the 18. Nice little pitch and catch here, Stick, with Atlas.
And it gives you a 3rd and 2, which this is fun. You know, when you're an OC, you know you can kind of dial up anything. Do I want to take a shot at the end zone? Am I just going to run it up the middle, try to pick up the first down? You get the defense on their toes, and that's when you can do some things.
Atlas just a sophomore. Watch out for him. He's at the bottom of the screen. Motion right to left. Inside handoff, Williams breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, leans and fights forward, and has a first down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And Country Day kind of leaning on the Fighting Irish right now.
Yeah, and that was a smart call, honestly. Just a little run up the middle with 2 of your big-time wide receivers out on that last play. You're bringing in some backups, so you might as well just lean on the run right now and kind of protect those new wide receivers that are out there.
You can tell Country Day's feeling comfy. Different sources they've found. A little run, little pass. It's Williams again. He fights forward with 5-6 yards. Good push up front stick. Country Day's made a statement drive on this drive here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and honestly, they've made a statement throughout this entire game. Being down 14-0, not letting it get out of control, showing pride, showing that they're still fighting on every single play. You got to be impressed with those types of kids.
Yeah. Country Day, very tough schedule. Trying to battle self-inflicted wounds and turnovers. Dan McClain talked about. Tonight they've done a lot of that. They have avoided it. Handoff, Williams again. Why not? Lost the ball. Picked up and dropped back to the 9. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play, but it could have been a lot worse if Jaden Martin wasn't jotting on the spot.
That ball just kind of squirts out of there, too. You don't really see it go that far from the fumbler too often.
Yep. Tartaglia caused the fumble.
Of course. That kid plays like the Tasmanian devil.
Saw his father, who went to Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and his uncle did too, and said, hey, you found a home here at Notre Dame Prep. And he says, yeah, just, you know, Nick Tartaglia, a very proud father. And you can see why. His son showing out tonight. So 3rd and 5 from the 9, and not yet. Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 3:28 to go in this 3rd quarter. It's a 2-score game, but the Jackets from Beverly Hills are looking to cut this thing in half. Back with more on Gridiron Game Day from Pontiac, Michigan, right after this. Do you want your school's games on the Prep? Well, find out how by contacting us today at info@theprepsports.com. We're now booking for the winter and spring sports seasons, and we've got some openings that remain in the fall for football, girls volleyball, and boys soccer. Take your school and program to the next level by elevating the game with the Prep.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McKinley scores!
Third and 5 from the 9 for Country Day. This feels like a huge play, Stick.
Oh, they got him. I told you. What did I tell you? Little. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Dan McClain says, I got you. And Pat Fox just turns around and smiles.
That's fun.
A lot of respect between these two coaches and some gamemanship here. So,
Now that takes it from like a 3rd and 5.5 to a 3rd and 1/2.
The sticks and the scoreboard, yeah, it's 3rd and 1. The scoreboard was wrong before, not ours. But anyhow, 3rd and 1, you got 2 plays to get a yard from the 5. And they got the jumbo package in there with number 68, who's checked in at guard, Querrier. It's a run up the right side, and he's down to the 1-yard line. That's Williams. It's a first down, though. Move those chain stick. 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to hurry up. They saw something they like with that blocking scheme. They're going to do it again.
Terrain turns, gives to Williams, and he's in the end zone for the 2nd time tonight for Country Day. 27-18, pending the extra point. It's Williams into pay dirt for the 2nd time tonight. Derek Williams, the senior running back.
And there you go. That's why you run to the line of scrimmage. It worked. We got 5 yards. All right, we like the way we're blocking this. Let's run it again. Run it till they stop us, and that's a great mentality to teach these young men.
14 plays, 72 yards, and over 5 minutes on the drive. And in the end, it's a Williams touchdown. Now going for 2. Play action, Terrain looking right, looking end zone, Cartwright caught. 27-20, it's a 7-point, 1-score game, and AC3 flashing his paws all over the screen once again.
Yeah, and they're just in a rhythm right now. You know, those 2 runs in a row, you set up the defense for the play action pass, you roll out your quarterback, and then have the big tight end. Here you get a nice look at the touchdown coming right at you. Just strength on strength all the way into the end zone. Team celebration, and here you go. Because you set it up with that, they got to respect the run and sell out, and then you just throw it up. Look how big he is compared to everybody else.
Cartwright's 4th catch tonight, and for Williams, now 63 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. And you can just feel that Country Day sideline momentum starting to build a little bit. And you can feel the Notre Dame Fighting Irish starting to feel the walls starting to come in a little bit on this beautiful Friday night in week 5.
I mean, pressure does a lot of things to people. You know, in a 1-score game, it's pressure. It means any interception return is different. Any big fumble is different. Any punt return is different. So big plays now are a factor that the Irish have to consider.
This is one of the 2 kickers, Mitchell Hamway, the 11th grader, and he bangs this thing down to the 9. Taking up the left side. Back to the numbers. This is Liperato, and he's going to get up to the 28-yard line. Fancy feet.
Jumps over his own man.
He's something, eh?
He's fun to watch.
So that's our top 10 this week in the Preps Metro Detroit top 10, and no surprise, Cass Tech number 1, Catholic Central number 2, put a little heat on Cass Tech, by the way. Saline moved up, they jumped St. Mary's, who lost to Detroit Catholic Central. Harper Woods out of Division 4, up to number 5, Dakota, West Bloomfield, Clarkston, Detroit King, and Northville. Handoff left side, Liperato puts his shoulder down, and gets taken back at the 39-yard line, but not before a 10-yard run. That's a 1st down.
And just a patient runner on the edge here. Look, you're going to see the cutback, little hesitation, then read the blockers, get right up in the middle, and deliver the hit. That's what I'm most impressed with this. What is he? 5'9", 160, but he's playing like a 250 running back. But it looks like this play is coming back.
It is coming back. So this thing will move all the way. It'll wipe out a 10-yard run, and they're going to move this ball to the 24-yard line.
But you can't take away the memories, Chad.
Oh, many memories to be had tonight in Pontiac. You and I used to rage it up in Pontiac in the day. You were spinning dials in Pontiac for decades. Tackle for loss in the backfield, and it's AC3 flashing in that defensive end spot.
He's like, all right, I've had enough of this. You know, enough of the hesitation, enough of the footwork, enough of the razzle-dazzle. I'm just going to tackle this guy.
Not many times tonight. Liperato has been taken down. He's had a big night, 12 rushes for 71 yards and a touchdown. And he's averaging 7 yards a pop. This is a big second down and forever. Stowe with 5 wide receivers, empty backfield, pressure coming, bounces out of the pocket. Pocket collapses, ball in the air, nearly intercepted. But the Yellow Jackets are a buzzing back there, and they've got things covered up nice and tight now, Stick, defensively.
Yeah, I was giving credit just for the poise of being able to keep his head downfield the whole time. And, you know, the man in the middle was open. He just saw him way too late and allowed the defense to close. But that's exactly what I was talking about, Chad. Now a tip ball like that, maybe someone picks it off, you're in scoring range. The whole thing changes.
And the thing about Country Day is they do have game breakers. They've got guys that if they do put it up, you know, 4 or 5 of those guys will take it to the house. I mean, it's a talented trio back there, along with a tough front defensive line that Dan McLean loves. Stowe play action on 3rd and 16. Pressure, and down he goes! Cartwright got him low. And up top, it was big Connor Denis, who's rolling around inside the 10, but it's 4th down and punting time for the first time tonight for NDP.
Yeah, Connor Denis is feeling some pain right now. I think it's another cramp. That's why they're stretching him.
Yep.
That just means these guys are giving everything they have tonight, just playing nonstop at max ability. But there you go. You're starting to see Cartwright take over on the defensive end, too. And that's one thing. You get a guy like that going on the offensive end, he's got the adrenaline going. He gets back out there on the defensive end, and he's a problem.
Speaking of Cartwright, Stick, how about Cartwright, formerly teammates with Sam Stowe at Notre Dame Prep when they played for the Oakland Elite basketball team. There you see Anthony Sr., that's Anthony Jr.'s father, and he was the coach. And there you see Stowe in that back row, 3rd guy over, and you see Cartwright back row in the left corner. How about it? These two guys going at it tonight were once friends and teammates, and they're still friends, but going together for Oakland Elite.
That's awesome. That's always fun to see. Reminds me of the Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw that we heard nonstop when those two were playing.
No doubt. There you see Stowe on the sidelines waiting to get the ball back after he's just been stopped by his former teammate in AAU basketball, Anthony Cartwright.
Country Day should get the ball here in pretty good field position.
So it'll be punting time for the first time tonight for Notre Dame Prep. They will send the Yellow Jackets Martin back at his own 40. High snap, the Jackets block it. They blocked it, and it takes a pitching wedge roll back to the 18-yard line. How about it? The body that got in was who else? Reese Kenny. So it indeed is the special teams for Country Day that has come back and bit the team that's bit them a couple times with blocks.
I mean, this game, that's exactly what it's been. Everything you can do, I can do better. And here you go. I don't know if it was blocked. I think just the rush. Yeah, he kicked it off the left side of his foot.
Good call.
Just kind of shanked it, and then it came back to him, too. That's what hurts even more, right? Like, if I'm going to shank it 20 yards, I don't need it bouncing back 4. I need it at least bouncing forward 4. So, yeah, some bad English on that as well. But here you're going to get another look at it. Great camera angle by our crew. Yeah, kind of off the shin.
Yeah, the pressure came from the edge from Keaton Yeargo, one of the captains. So, Country Day is 19 yards away from perhaps tying or taking the lead. Handoff left side, Williams, watch out. Turns the corner, has the 10 and the 5. Touchdown, Country Day! On the first play from 19 yards out, it's Derek Williams for his 3rd tutty of the night.
Well, Derek Williams got it going early in the game, hitting the edges, and on this one, he hit the edge and nobody was going to stop him. Great blocking on the outside as well. Mr. Martin, number 5, was out there holding his man. Not technically holding his man, but making sure. That's a bad choice of words.
Stitch.
I know, that's a bad choice of words, but he was out there preventing his man from making a tackle.
Now, the decision. Do you kick the extra point for the first time tonight if you're Country Day, Apparently, yes, you do. He's got some good legs. He's got options. This is Mitch Hamway to try to tie this baby up. And it's a pass that's nearly caught. That one went awry. The snap was low, and Yurgo nearly completed it to who else? Superman Cartwright.
Yeah, that snap was way too high. Took way too long to get that down. And maybe you should have thought about maybe going for 2 there. Yeah, great job, though, by the holder, being able to at least get an attempt to Cartwright on that. You know, Cartwright wishing he could have that one back. That's something that he normally would hold on to.
So 27-26 is where we sit. With 1:26 to go in the third, another look, and a good job by the pressure. Who else? Liperato to make the stop defensively. So that's a big play. Mark that one down.
I just love how he got that pass off. His underhand, flipped it end over end. But hey, it almost worked, and that would have been a brilliant play.
Yeah. Such a great history for Detroit Country Day. I know we talked about some of the players in the past, but about Cade Wilhelmy, who's at Toledo, and Gianmarco Ria, who's at Columbia, Jeff Jones at Michigan State, Aiden Bergen, Penn.
Hype coach at it again.
About it, Ashton Akins at Northwestern, Kenny Demmons, Jonas Gray, of course, Javin Hunter. So, return from the 3. Liperato has the 20. Liperato has the 25, and now the 27 before he's wrestled to the ground.
How about Jonas Gray?
Yeah,
so you just brought him up. Yeah, he had that one huge game for New England. What do you have, 4 touchdowns?
Yep. One more time, Stick, to look at Williams, and that man's got the trifecta tonight.
Yeah, just using his speed and his strength to get to the edge. And that's what got them going early. A nice little flare pass. He was able to break it, and then they fed it back to him on the left side, the play after that. And that was really their first life of offense in this game.
Yep. 41 years at Country Day for Dan McClain, the head coach. He's seen a lot of football. There's a carry up to the 39, and now you get a feeling that, look, Notre Dame's saying, wait a minute, this is our house. Time for us to protect this thing.
Well, Notre Dame's offense has been able to move the ball. I mean, they've scored 4 touchdowns, so this is a nice play.
Yes, it is. Right side, chunky gain again. It's a gain of 6 or 7. This is a Notre Dame prep team that put up half a hundo last week against Waterford Mott, who was ranked 5th in Division II. And I mean, you know, it says something about what Country Day's been able to do defensively tonight, holding them to 27 with that special teams touchdown being one of the scores.
Yeah, Country Day has shown up tonight, and they played a feisty game. And that was exactly the term that we used before the game, talking to the coach from Notre Dame, because he's a feisty guy. And you could tell his team was going to come out here.
Yep. Stohans to Tartaglia, and Reese whacked him from the top side. Reese Kenny, the safety, the lacrosse commit, and we've got a late flag here, and we'll have to get the call. But yeah, how about it?
So unsportsmanlike on Notre Dame, and unsportsmanlike on Country Day. Penalties offset.
Okay.
So that's what I was hoping they'd do earlier on that rough block, but the ref just looks at both teams and goes, knock it off. So I think he sent his point home.
Several commits on this Country Day team. Miami of Ohio for James Terrain, or an offer from there. University of Michigan lacrosse commit Reese Kenny, the safety. Princeton commit for football Derek Williams. And here we go. 1st and 10 from midfield. Stowe. Handoff Tartaglia right up the middle like a rocket. And it's just 7 or 8 every time when double fours hits that pill.
And this is what I'm talking about. They get in that timing, they get in the rhythm. Quarterback claps his hands, ball snapped immediately, and they're just blowing you off the ball. The defense has got to respect that. So I watch the hard count. It's just about the time they use it.
2nd down and 3, throw left side. He's got his big tight end and target inside the 30 to the 27, and a late flag on a late hit. The pass was complete to Lucas Cotula, but the hit out of bounds was the aforementioned Reese Kenny, the Michigan lacrosse commit. got a little too feisty.
Listen, he's a violent player. We've seen it all night long. He's been finishing plays. This time he just finishes it a little bit too far out of bounds. They blow the whistle right there, and then when you throw him and he's already 3 yards out, you're going to get called every time.
Especially on the opponent's sideline.
Oh, yeah, the whole crowd. Oh!
That's the end of the third quarter. Let's go down to the sidelines and hear from our sideline reporter, Maggie Mace. Maggie, take it away.
Thanks, Chad. At Detroit Country Day, they have an award called the Rod Hool All-Iron Award, named after longtime coach and security team member at Detroit Country Day, Rod Hool. Also known as Hoolie Bear on the occasion, Coach Dan McLean says he is genuinely the most humble person, one of the best members they've ever had on staff, and the legacy he left is second to none. The award somewhat resembles the Heisman Trophy, so they like to call it the Hoolie Heisman, and it is given to a player who resembles the traits that Rod himself portrayed. Back to you guys.
Yeah, it's very sad to hear of Rod Hool's passing, and that award is deserved. And he, look, this was an assistant coach in hockey, baseball, and football, and he worked security at the school. And this is just a man that's done so much, and I'm glad to see that they've honored Mr. Rod Hool for what he's done in a life that just wasn't long enough for a man who deserved to contribute more to this earth. Start of the fourth quarter. And Notre Dame Prep on the move. They've got a 1-point lead all of a sudden. And looking to make things a little more uncomfortable for their opponent. This is a smash up the middle again. And Notre Dame has really trusted who they've got up front. And they like this offensive line. We've got a highlight from LTU, and De La Salle is on the board in the fourth. Little screen pass and the fight and in. So the Pilots are on the board. Meanwhile, the Fighting Irish are in a 2nd and 4, and it's going to be a 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, they've just been using that dive play over and over and over and over again tonight. And it's been working for them, no matter who the running back is, honestly. This is where, if you're Country Day, you need a big play, a big stop, a turnover, a tip ball, a strip, something to change the momentum.
Stowe out of the gun, handoff. No, pulls it out. Stowe's going to take it himself. Little quarterback keeper. Fooled him. Gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Stowe.
Both these teams have been very good tonight of setting up the defense with previous play calls. It's been a sequence of plays that sets this up. We're going to dive play, dive play, dive play, dive play. All right, you're selling out on the dive. I'm going to have my quarterback pull it and just go around the outside because he's been unaccounted for the last 4 dive plays. Great blocking by the wide receivers on the outside. Big-time touchdown, big-time response, and big-time extra point here.
5-yard touchdown run for Stowe, his first of the night on the ground. Already a couple touchdown passes, and he makes it a clean 8-point lead with the extra point that's good. And the extra point up and good from Owen Fulsher. Another look at this nifty play.
Yeah, you see everybody dive on that dive play, and this leaves the edge wide open. Beautiful read, beautiful call, beautiful run. One-score game still, though.
It is. High-scoring affair after all. Next week, Pontiac Notre Dame Prep will take on Oak Park. Of course, they're independent, so I mean, you look at their opponents, it's random. Hudsonville Unity Christian, Marine City, Traverse City St. Francis, Oak Park. The only consistent is Country Day. Waterford Mott, Gibraltar Carlson, which was their other loss this year. And of course, Big Isaiah they ran into. The running back headed to Purdue for Carlson. So this means it's hype time. It's kickoff time.
The hype coach, there he is.
Tyler Yaddick getting them going. The Yaddick yips for that crew. And we're off. kick by Williams, and it's taken up the right hash. Spin move up to the 30, and now spilled, and finally taken down. Tackle by number 5, that's Chris Artinian. Well, we mentioned 41 years at Detroit Country Day for Dan McLean. Was an assistant under Joe D'Angelo to start, defensive coordinator, and his 28th year as the head coach. 13 years as an assistant. Went to Brother Rice down the road, right down Lasser Road. Basketball, football, played on some great teams. Went to Illinois as a scholarship player. And he's the executive director of athletics at Country Day. And he says the significant women in his life have all been named Mary, including his late wife.
That's a pretty good one to have.
No doubt.
Speaking of good ones to have.
That's a sack and a tackle for loss all the way back. That's Lucas Catula with a TFL.
That is not the way you want to start this drive if you're Country Day. You got to respond. You're down 1 score. That young man just came in and set you back about 12 yards.
Big loss on the play. And you see Dan McLean switching over to, says, wait a minute, get me back on that offensive side. I want that headset.
Now, if you're Country Day, you're kind of forced to put the ball in the air.
Wilson Atlas, MS Kua now to the top of your screen, far right.
Notre Dame doesn't play a lot of safety.
No, they haven't. And this is just too much time. Delay game. And this is something that Country Day sees as a disaster. This is more like what we saw from them in the first quarter stick.
Yeah, that cannot happen after a penalty. It just can't. I'm not sure where the miscommunication is happening. But you got to get those players lined up. Now you're looking at 2nd and 25. It doesn't really change your play call, though, from 2nd and 20. So you should just, all right, let's just run what we were going to run.
We'll see what that is. Motion left to right by Archer. Throw left side. There's some room. Watch out. Who else? Cartwright bumps off a defender. Boom, 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 up to the 39-yard line. And he's a yard shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd and short, thanks to the tank and the Superman AC3.
And I love all the misdirection on that play. You run the jet action going north, and then you run him back across the defense when everybody's looking the other way. Just a great play call. And get Cartwright the ball.
Terrain back in at quarterback. And now Cartwright goes under center, and quarterback sneaks it for a first down.
You know, I was just going to compliment them on not biting on the second call, on going on 2, and then a great play. Cartwright just comes in motion. You don't expect him to do anything, but he steps up, takes the snap, and gets an easy first down.
Very creative and cool. Where's Ben Johnson? Is he up here?
John Morton now.
Man.
Ben who? Never heard of him. John Morton.
Shout out to John Wilson, Dave Furlong, Steve Mann, Matt Gunsorek, and Ashton Akins. This is another physical play on first down, and it goes for 6 yards. And it's Williams again back in the top of the scene.
Yeah, but that play was dead. He was going right. That was dead. Look at this cutback right there. Able to get through the hole and change the whole outcome of that play. That was going to be a 2-yard loss.
He's got a special talent for getting that forward lean somehow, some way at the end of the play, and that's kind of a gift.
Just great vision.
Yep.
See if they drop 5 again.
Curl route, Cartwright caught. His man fell down. Cartwright on his feet has a first down and more across the 50 down to the 46-yard line. It's Cartwright's 6th catch of the night. And this one's a big catch, and it moves the chains. Cartwright's slow to get up, but he's all right.
Yeah, Chris Artinian, you see him number 5 at the bottom of your screen. Once again, they have him pressed at the line of scrimmage, but he keeps dropping off into double coverage to take that underneath pass away from Cartwright. That time, though, he slipped on the turf, starting to get a little wet, a little dewy out here on a fall night.
6 catches, 117 yards, a touchdown reception, and a 2-point conversion. There's a throw right side for Archer. And Terrain just had to get rid of it. Archer was running the out route, and that was well short, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Terrain, if he had time, he had options on that play. So they're getting wide receivers open. They just got to give him a little bit of time to set his feet and throw a good pass.
46-yard line. Country Day now into Notre Dame Prep territory. Next week for Country Day, they will be on the road they'll be at home against Orchard Lake St. Mary's. So they get the Division 5 and the Division 2 state champions in back-to-back weeks. It's a tough schedule at Country Day. Throw right side, caught Williams. Has his man and trimmed up. Fine job laying out by Catula to make the tackle on the tricky, sticky Williams.
Catula, I am telling you, to make that play on that man, we've seen what he can do in space. And to just be able to get a piece of his ankle and stop this was going to be at least another 15 yards.
Yeah. Covered up by Gust, the senior secondary performer. 3rd and mid, 7:12 to go. Handoff, Williams powers his way forward. He does not have the first down. He has the 39-yard line. He has a 3-yard gain. He needed 6. It's 4th and 3.
And they're just lucky to get that exchange. A very high snap, gets it right into his belly, and able to pick up some yards. Man, they are hitting out there tonight.
Yeah, Lion. So, crowd on their feet. Big crowd at hand here in Pontiac. 4th and 3. Country Day down a score. Terrain, screen left, Williams tackled for a loss at the 45-yard line. Loss of 6 on the play. Notre Dame Prep takes over on downs. What a defensive stand.
Number 88, he's coming in. Mr. Full Nelson doing his thing. Oh, I'm sorry about that, wrong sheet. Mr. Fulsher, we called his name earlier. Number 88 on the green side comes in, and he just absolutely swallows up that play. Young man still down.
That's Williams down face first at the 45. He's had a big night, 3 touchdowns on the ground for Country Day, and he's got a cramp as well. Well, Pat Fox has been doing it and doing it well for a long time, and it finally came to fruition last year. Now in his 12th year, state champions last year for Notre Dame Prep, brought it back to Pontiac. He's had a long journey. Frankenmuth as an assistant, where he played and where he's from, Arthur Hill, Northern Michigan, did the college rank stick, Ortonville Brandon. Milford had his longest stint, probably his most successful stint. Also at Berkeley, kind of turned Berkeley around. Coached the great Eric Morris, you recall him. But what a job by Pat Fox to come in here, the Michigan State grad, and win the Division 5 state title last year. He was the coach of the year.
Yeah, and I always love people that grow up in Frankenmuth. They're usually good people.
Yeah. They are.
Honestly.
And he was fun to talk to. Was Pat Fox not hilarious? I didn't know if you were going to get I thought he was going to butt your head off if you asked a question.
I didn't know if we had like animosity going on or we were just poking like we were old buddies. But no, he's a fun guy, an intense guy, and you could tell just the pride he has for this Notre Dame program and how they do things the right way here. He loves it.
Intense and fun. And we got to know him a little bit. And okay, he's a funny guy.
All right.
Sense of humor. We get him now. Tackle for loss, the party in the backfield with double nickels. Jacob Borgia with a tackle for loss. That's a senior D lineman, and that's what they love about this Country Day defense. It starts up front with their depth at the D line. You see Williams in the back there, Stick, getting some medical attention, and that's a concern. Meanwhile, back at it is Leporado. Leporado tries the left side. He's got a solid 5. But it sets up a 3rd down and 5. And a big one coming up.
I was going to say, this is a big 3rd down. I mean, even if Country Day is able to just stymie them and hold them to a 4th and 5, it creates a little bit more havoc. So big 3rd down here, Chad.
Yes, sir. Tight formation to the right with Catula. Stowe sends motion left to right. Looking right in the flat. Got a man, curl around. Caught, watch out! Into the open land. 30, 20, 10, down at the 12-yard line. Oh, he found Drake Roa, and Roa just spurted into the open green. Big fourth down play.
How nice is it to have a Stowe at quarterback, to where on a big third down play, I know I can put it in his hands. He's going to make the right decision, and a beautiful dart over the middle. Some breakaway speed, taking it all the way down to the 13-yard line. And now they can run a little bit more clock.
Yeah, you nailed it. You run that clock down. It's under 5 minutes now, and they do have a kicker. So, I mean, there is a point where you could make this a 2-point game without scoring a touchdown. 2-possession game, rather. Stowe in the gun, hands off. Liperato tries the middle. He'll have maybe a yard or two.
That's kind of what you want right now, right?
Yeah.
That's why that third down was so huge at midfield. Country Day needed that possession back.
Denis and Jackson on the tackle. 2 senior defensive linemen. Dan McLean did love the way his defense played, and despite the losses, he liked their efforts, so they played hard. And says it's hard to see in a 38-0 loss, but I saw some really good signs. He needs his defense to step up here. Liperato stepping up the middle, and he's near the first down marker. He needed 8, and he's close. 3rd and 1. Maybe just the way they wanted it as the clock rolls under 4.
I mean, you get 40 seconds, right, every time.
So there's the final. Catholic Central, number 2 team in the state of Michigan, 36. De La Salle, 6. Evan Stockton, Ben Holden on that call. And so Catholic Central will take on Brother Rice coming up for their next matchup. Stowe hands off. Liperato tries the middle, and he is close to the first down marker. Stood up by Lanier, but it is a first down. Move the chains, or so it appears. Here's the replay.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Fine job to fill that hole. Stick, I know you really like what you've seen out of number 10, LJ Lanier.
Yeah, I love those dirty guys, right? The guys that'll come in and do the jobs that other people don't want to do, but he's willing to crack down off the edge. He's putting in the blocking as a wide receiver. We've seen him make some special teams plays, so those are my type of players. They're bringing out the chains again?
Yeah,
2 times in one game, Chad.
Yeah, how about it? Of course, this is a far cry from what happened last year when these 2 teams played. Notre Dame handled Country Day 42-6.
First down.
And then 40-0. So 2 straight years of losing. I mean, Country Day is fought back and shown some things. There's growth in this program this year.
I mean, they're a blocked punt away from having a tie ball game right now. That blocked punt is loomed large all game long, kind of shifted some momentum. And I think they found some things on offense here today, because we were coming in thinking, okay, the defense kind of got to carry the way, but putting up 26 points against a defense like this is tough.
No doubt. So it is 1st and goal from the 4-stick. Stowe in the gun. Play action over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Fighting Irish. And a spike. And an exclamation point for Brody Sink, the Miami of Ohio commit, on a dime from Mr. Stowe.
Yeah, you love how Stowe bought himself some extra time and just absolutely throws a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from 10 feet away. But Sink was able to reel it in, and he gets up excited about that touchdown, spikes the ball, which you cannot do in high school.
No, you can't do it. But Sink says, you know what? I'm on the prep tonight. I'm going to Miami of Ohio. Bam.
2 minutes left, 40-26. I'm going to spike this.
Oh, man.
Unsportsmanlike.
Well, Chuck Martin won't let that happen next year, but why not get away with it now? But it's Stowe with another touchdown pass.
How many is that on the day?
He had a touchdown run his last time in, and he had Roa for 2 touchdown passes. So 2 passes make it 3 touchdown passes. Now, extra point up and good by Owen Fulsher. So with 2:51 to go, it's the Fighting Irish 41, the Jackets 26. Let's go down to the field to Tom Cavanaugh, who's got a special guest. Tommy?
Thanks, Chad. Alongside former Notre Dame prep quarterback Eli McLean from 2014 to 2018. Eli, first time back in a few years. Tell me what it's like seeing your old colors flying around on this field, and what a game we're watching. I mean, these are 2 heavyweight teams in a rivalry going back and forth. What's it like to be back on campus, seeing your old squad?
It's amazing to be back here. Definitely brings back a lot of memories back when I was here. Nothing like playing under the lights on a Friday night with the fellas, watching a great game. So it's real exciting down here. So yeah.
Of course. And you played for both head coach Pat Fox and offensive coordinator Jason Whalen. What did you take from those guys under their tutelage, and then also carrying that over into your college career playing at Michigan State and Wayne State?
I always tell people, Pat and Jason, 2 of my favorite coaches I've ever had. Really taught me a lot about the game, developed me as a quarterback, really made me love the game of football. They brought that passion out of me, especially Coach Fox, real fiery dude. So I got to give all my credit to those guys.
One last question. You talk about bringing back those memories. Give me one memory from those years from 2014 to 2018. I know there were a lot of them, and I got to call some of your games as well in that time. But give me one that sticks out in your mind from that time over here off Giddings Road.
Favorite memory, probably not here. Actually, one game I think you were calling was against Goodrich. District semifinals, I think it was. We ended up getting the win in a late 4th quarter comeback, and I always think back to that game. So, yeah, that's got to be my favorite memory.
That was a heck of a game. I remember that well as well. Thanks, Eli. Appreciate it a lot, man. Back to you, Chad. Thank you.
All right, Tom. Thank you. Good to see Eli back here in his digs, and a guy that's done well. And good to see alumni coming back, doing things, participating. And Tom Cavanaugh, of course, a 2018 grad at Notre Dame Prep, doing pretty dang good things. You were unsolicited, giving him some good, kind words, watching him at halftime.
Yeah, no, it's been impressive, and it's been really cool to see the family nature here at Notre Dame and at Country Day.
And Tom started the broadcast program here at Notre Dame Prep, and kudos.
Got respect for anybody who's in broadcasting.
Absolutely.
It ain't for everybody.
And kudos to Betty Rubel for allowing Tom to do that and chase that passion and give him the equipment and the support and the resources he needed. And look what he's done now. He's with us and doing great things, and he's also doing stuff with Wayne State, Macomb Community College, but an alum that they're proud of. 2 of them right there, Tom Cavanaugh and Mr. Eli. We've got a player down on the field. It's, guess what, another cramp. Somebody better send some bananas, maybe some banana milkshakes and some smoothies and such.
Yeah, has Jamie been
over to Beverly
track
Hills?
Of,
how many cramps,
Jamie?
cramps
this evening, Jamie?
Yeah.
17.
She's missing Pat the Stat tonight. She's flying solo. It's been an admirable effort for the Regina grad of 95.
Multitasking on another level.
Yeah, she's texting friends, I'm sure, probably my wife. Who knows? We digress. It's a 2-score lead for the Irish. 2:45 to go. The Jackets, and they've got some procedure penalties.
A shift from the defense got them to jump.
Yeah. It's a tough call for G of the game. Maggie Mace won't have an easy job, but it appears we've collectively come to a decision, and we'll reveal that after this one's over. Country Day, though, trying to spoil that selection. Terrain throws to Cartwright. Middle of the field, watch out. At the 50, bounces outside and is bounced to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 18 on the play. Move the chains. Cartwright with the 7th catch of the night.
He is so fun to watch with the ball in his hands. I mean, he's just so big and so fast. He can read the defense, and look at him cut through. Even though you're tackling him, he's the one delivering the punishment.
7 catches for 135 for Cartwright. Make it 8 catches for 140-something. It's a first down. Move the chains.
What was it, 135?
Yeah. I mean, I can't do that quick a math.
6 yards.
All right. 140-something. Was I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hard to be wrong when you give yourself a plus or minus 30%. Oh, boy. We're going to have fun tonight in Pontiac. I want to do it like the old days.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go open up JD's Key Club.
I think so. Well, I was thinking something a little more intense than that.
Go to electricity?
Perhaps. 2:25 to go. Terrain says we're not done yet. There is a hold, and that's another catch for Cartwright that'll be wiped out. Another is right. Cartwright down at the 27, but yeah, this one's coming back. You were right. It's a hold. That was a nasty throw down there.
You're going to watch at the top of your screen, number 60, number 7, right there. Just grab him around the neck and turn him all the way around. And you feel bad for Cartwright. Look at him, just stiff arm and throw somebody off of him. Then he gets high load, though.
Feel bad for Cartwright. He's throwing dudes down to the turf with a stiff arm.
Yeah, but
don't need to feel bad for him. Yes, he's got 50 offers.
I feel bad for him because he does all of that and just got called back.
I know.
He put in more effort on that play than I have in 20 years.
He'll get a breather now and a little bit of water and a smile from the water girl across the way. They'll need him back in there soon. Out route and nearly intercepted. It was dropped. Sink came in to slap it away. Tyler Newby, the sophomore, dropped the football. Terrain with a pretty good throw.
Yep, just a little high, and Newby's not the biggest of guys either, so you got to make sure that's right down there in the gut for him.
So Notre Dame Prep winning back-to-back games if they can pull this one out. And that came on the heels of a loss that really hurt them to Gibraltar Carlson, a very good Division II team, 42-21. Tough scheduling for both teams. They feel will pay dividends down the line. Terrain's pass is nearly picked at the 45-yard line. It was well defended by Tartaglia, who's been all over the field tonight. Tartaglia certainly in the G of the game discussion as well. Or he should be.
Another cramp? Tartaglia, though, he had visions of an interception in his head. Look at him. Great job by the quarterback keeping his head down the field, but you got to make sure that ball gets up and over the defender.
Yeah, Big Ann just has had himself a night. So it's 4th and 14. Of course, Country Day is going to go for it with 1:57 to go. Don't forget, we'll have our G of the Game sponsored by G Brand USA when this one's all said and done. It's been a great battle tonight. Two talented teams, great legacies, and a bright future. Terrain goes down at the 37. Pat Fox brought the house, and it came home, and that should do it.
Yeah, not only did they bring the house, that snap was very high and very slow getting back to the quarterback to the point where he did not have the time. Look how high that is. And then by the time 1-2 steps, he's already down on his back. Great defensive stop for Notre Dame Prep. And now if you're Notre Dame Prep, you're just kind of running the clock out.
So, I mean, we have seen Lucas Bigelow do all kinds of things. There's been some adjustments in the second half. He's had some different things with his hands and movement. His D-line coach is up here as well. Gave him some different techniques at halftime, so we're getting some firsthand information that old Mr. Bigelow has got going for him. Liparato's going to do a little bit of a laydown, and that's not in his blood and in his nature. But he got down and did what the coach asked him to do, Stig. Why'd he do that?
Why'd he get down?
Yeah.
You just don't want to take any hard hits at this point in the game. I mean, it's a 2-score game, 1:43 left. They're down to 1 timeout now. There's it's really been an evolution for football players to do that too. Like I remember when we were growing up, if a guy like didn't finish a play, it was like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, but now you watch Amon-Ra St. Brown play on Sunday, and he'll make the catch, get down, not take a hit. The guy just puts his hand on his back to touch him down. He gets up, and you know what he does? He does it again the next play with a full, healthy body. So it's become more of a, just regularly.
It's not about ego anymore. It's just about using your head, being smart.
It's about being smart.
It's a business decision, as you've mentioned. There's Pat Fox and both staff. Stan McLean you see in there as well with his fine staff. And look, Pat Fox can coach football, and he's got the respect of this school, this community. He talked very emotionally about the pride he has in the way that they've done things here the right way and bringing in his kids, right?
He emphasized that.
Right, the right way.
Yeah.
And tip of a cap to him. Former members of the Catholic League, Notre Dame Prep, independent. And they have found that life as an independent isn't always so bad, and they learned that from Detroit Country Day. And it shows that there is another way of life in this MHSAA than having a league that you're joined to.
Yeah, you just need an AD that's going to make sure you get the games, right? That's the toughest part.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I believe they were in the Catholic League, and they just wanted to make their own way into the world, and then they've done a great job since then. I mean, becoming a state champion at any level in the state of Michigan. It's a very select company, and it's something that these boys, and it's something that the school can be very proud of for a very long time as well.
Big night tonight for Stowe. Stick, what do his numbers look like on the paper?
Yeah, I mean, just an efficient night, too. And he was very patient with the ball, He was 10 of 13 for 146 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, and then 1 touchdown on the ground as well. So just an all-around good, solid performance. 146 yards on 10 passes, 10 completions. Yeah, it's 15 yards of completion.
And he's a 70% passer, too, and that efficiency stayed there. So, yeah, pretty impressive night. We see why he was second only to Mr. Underwood last year as far as honors as the Metro Detroit Player of the Year, State of Michigan. Stowe's going to throw it again, and those numbers will get better.
I think that ball came out.
It did come out. His knee was down, I think.
I'm waiting for this official to point.
They have not indicated. You're right. They're talking to
First down,
right.
Country Day.
So it is a completion and a fumble, and Country Day's defense forces another stop. How about it? They're making some plays out there.
They have not stopped all game long, no matter how much they've been down, no matter the time on the scoreboard. It does not matter. Country Day is a well-coached team. They're going to try to get it, and you see the nice rollout pass, the nice completion. But this is yet another reason why you just go down, too, right, Chad? You were asking why Tartuglia did it.
Yep.
That's another reason. Just get down.
Yep.
You don't need those 3 yards. They mean nothing.
Yep. So Terrain with $1:27 to go, looking to make some money. Throws it behind the receiver, but it's caught across the 40 to the 44. Great job of coming back by Jaden Martin Stick. And Country Day's got this never say die attitude, and it's contagious.
Yeah, they got to work on this snap, though. I mean, it is putting the quarterback in a very precarious position, how high and how long that snap takes to get back to him.
Yep. Something to work on before they get to work next week against
much better one.
St. Mary's. Caught out of bounds. That's AA Atlas inside the 50 down to the 48-yard line for the sophomore. And so, this is a patient offense. And I know the clock has stopped now, but I mean, it has been a patient and it's been a quarterback in Terrain that I've been impressed with tonight. James Terrain's played well.
When he's had time and they've given him the correct play calls and good blocking, he's definitely delivered for you. You can rely on him.
17 for 21 for 234 yards. And if you can do math better than me, and you should be able to, you can add those stats onto that catch. Terrain's played solid.
Yeah, and here you go. Just a quick little 1-2-3 drop. Nice throw.
Miami of Ohio has offered him. There's another out route. That's caught. A little pitch and catch. These are catches that are made in the summer. You can tell the timing is nice and tight.
Yeah, now's the time you call a double move, though. You've run that hook like 3 times in a row. If you're looking to score here, run a pump fake double hook or double move. He should be wide open.
All right, we'll see what they got.
That's what I'm calling. But you also haven't gone to Cartwright in a bit, and he's up top, just kind of sitting up there like, hey, guys, I'm 6'5".
Stan McClain.
Jump higher than everybody.
Yeah.
Very fast. They're going to get another delay of the game.
Yeah. Clock is stopped, but the play clock is rolling. And Terrain's got to hustle, and they don't get it off. You called it. And that's just 5 yards. Is there ever a time, though, that is okay, where you didn't rush to get that play off? Maybe if you rush it, it doesn't go well. Is it ever, like, not justified, but does it ever work out better when this happens?
No.
All right. Okay.
You always want to go forward. I mean, I guess if you're scrambling and there's miscommunication, you have misalignment.
Guys don't know where they're at, right?
You got 12 men on the field.
Yeah.
It's like they ran one off.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes it might be worth the 5 yards.
Okay.
Not ideal, but in a scenario like this, a rare scenario.
You got to pull the arrow back, I guess.
Terrain is trounced at the 45.
You know, there's sometimes a 5-yard sack is good. You get to reset.
It's true. Sometimes it might work out. How about it? This guy's been all over the field. He's been fun to watch. Lucas Catula, a true two-way guy. And Terrain is down, and I mean, usually you might question this, but with what we've seen tonight for Country Day, I mean, this is just another cramp, and everybody's going to believe that this is real. And I believe it's real. Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Of course.
Yeah, me too. So it is, I believe, Terrain that's down. So I want to thank our great crew tonight for all their work and great effort, always coming from the marvelous Alex Westfall.
Whenever you get the Westfall brothers working in tandem, it's special.
Yeah, Evan was on replay. Evan shot a 71 today at his duties for Madonna Golf. Comes out here and kills it on replay. Talk about doing double duty. It's good to see Terrain get up. Also want to thank Rob Hunter, the Hunt Man, doing great things on graphics, as always, turning his magic wand. Nate Moynihan doing work on audio is our A1 tonight. David Forrest on camera 1, who has tolerated me. I'm right next to him. And Kyle Buchanan, who's next to David Forrest, the great Kyle Buchanan, native of Kego Harbor. 1332 Apples. No, I'm just kidding. Dale Barton on camera 3 and Chris Rose on camera 4. He is Sam Stick Dave. My name's Chad Bush. Maggie Mason, Tom Cavanaugh on the sidelines. And Jamie Janssen on statistics, flying solo tonight. This is a handoff stick. It's Reese Kenny on the carry, and he's tackled by Sink.
Yeah, he's made his impact on the defensive end and giving him a little reward here on the offensive end, and that'll do it, Chad.
The ball game is over, and it was a battle, and a back-and-forth one at that. But in the end, Notre Dame Prep holds on to win 41-26. They win back-to-back ball games, but not without a fight tonight from Detroit Country Days. The Jackets represent well in Pontiac.
Yeah, fun game to call tonight. I mean, honestly, Country Day, they got nothing to hang their head on. They got down 14-0 early, fought back, got into a one-score game, a one-point game at one point. And it was just a fun ball game. A lot of big hits tonight, a lot of scores, a lot of action. It's fun.
A lot of numbers and a lot of highlights to get to.
A lot of stuff.
And we've got Maggie May standing by with our G of the game coming up shortly as well. We'll take a timeout. Your final score tonight from this beautiful field they call William Kozora. William Kozora Alumni Field, your final score, 41-26. The Fighting Irish over the Jackets on Gridiron Game Day.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Parents Changing Spaces is a locally owned, free senior living referral and placement service. They help families who have loved ones that can no longer independently care for themselves find a place to live. They work with families across Southeast Michigan to find all types of senior housing, including assisted living, memory care, and residential care homes. In addition, if your loved one is in need of some assistance but not yet ready to make a move, they can provide guidance and resources for in-care home givers, physical and occupational therapy, transportation, and much more. Parents Changing Spaces service is complimentary and of no charge to you. Give them a call today, 844-772-7368, to learn how they can help your family. Gridiron Game Day in Pontiac. Notre Dame Prep opening score stick. The air game was going early. We saw Roa connect.
Yeah, Roa with 2 touchdowns on the day, had a big day, 94 yards on 3 catches as well. Country Day getting on the board here with Williams around the edge. He didn't get on the board there. Remember, he stepped out at the 3.
Soon after.
Then they gave it to him. 2 plays later, he was able to get in from the 1-yard line. And he had a big game as well. But then the block punt, this has kind of changed everything. Made it a 21, I believe, to 6 game at that point. Bigelow, just Johnny on the spot all game long. We were calling his name in all types of situations. But then they got the big fella going. Cartwright with a nice long pass here. At this point, it's 21-12. And then they rewarded him with a 3-yard run. He rewarded them with a couple stiff arms and a forearm shiver. And that took it to 21-12. And there you go, that man right there, Roa again with his 28-yard catch. And then Cartwright, another big stiff arm. He was so fun to watch tonight just because he's so big and so fast. But then they just kept working the run game tonight. That was something very big for both teams tonight. Detroit Country Day running for 88 yards. Notre Dame Prep running for 190 yards. That was a run by the quarterback, of course, Mr. Stowe, getting into the end zone to go along with his 3 touchdown passing on the game, taking the score to 34-26. And there you go. That took it to 41-26 right there. A 3-yard pass from Stowe to Sink. And then just some big plays down the stretch. Big sack. Not letting them get back in the game. Good game on both sides of the ball. Actually, all 3 facets for all 3 teams, honestly. Yeah. Special teams had their moments on both sides. Offense had their moments on both sides. Defense had their moments on both sides. So just a fun football game.
Sure was. So Pat Fox addressing his team. Dan McClain addressing his team. A big crowd tonight on a beautiful Friday night in Pontiac. Sees Pontiac Notre Dame Prep win it 41-26. And some other stats just to pass along. I know Stick alluded to quite a few. There's a few more. 190 yards on the ground, Stick, for Notre Dame Prep. I mean, that one just really stands out.
Yeah, 38 carries.
The loudest of anybody, and it was fun to watch. Liperato and Tartaglia do their magic on the ground. They were just counted upon all game long, and they delivered when they needed a big run.
Yeah, 30 carries between the two of them for 173 yards together in a touchdown. And, yeah, just taking those body shots, 38 rushes for 190 yards, and a lot of them up the middle. And then the one thing I think was the biggest separation in this game, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, and we're going through how everything's pretty well balanced, it was the penalties.
Yeah.
It was Country Day shooting themselves in the foot, jumping off sides a couple of times on some big third downs. I mean, Country Day had 10 penalties for 65 yards.
Wow. Good call. Yeah, no, the penalty's a big storyline. You look at Stowe, 14 attempts, 11 of 14 from the air, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then receiving, it was Sink with 4 catches for 32 yards and a touchdown. Roa with 3 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both were 28-yard strikes from Stowe. A couple of catches for Catula and a reception as well for Liperato. And while we have our G of the game in our grasp, let's go down on the field. Maggie Mace has our G of the game. Who is it, Maggie?
I am here with quarterback Sam Stowe. Sam, you had a fantastic game today. Not only could you move the ball down the field in the air, but you can move it with your feet. 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 on your feet. How are you able to handle the ball so well, but in both ways?
Just huge shout out to my offensive linemen. You know, we were manhandling them in the box, which made it really easy for me to do my job. You know, they had to start bringing guys down, easy to pass the ball. And then their ends started bending. It was easy for me to get out of the pocket.
And then you connected really well tonight with your receiver, Drake Roa. What is your relationship like with him, and how are you able to make those plays?
He's one of my best friends. Our chemistry is through the roof. On the touchdown over there, he was giving me crap all week because I didn't throw it last week. I said I'm throwing it this week no matter what. Came down with him, made a big play. He's a baller.
And then lastly, this is a big rivalry for you guys, both independent teams. What does it feel like to come away with the win today on your home field?
Oh, it's awesome. It's really awesome. That's our main rival right there. I want to give a big shout out to our defense. Big shout out to number 8, no one bends like him. And just get the win. It feels good. We're on to next week.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Maggie. Really appreciate that. Great job tonight. Her and Tom Cavanaugh killing it on the sidelines, with C.J. Easterling working the camera as well. And we appreciate their effort. There you see Pat Fox, the old ball coach, walking back. And a lot on his mind, but a proud coach tonight, Stick.
Yeah, great job. I mean, he came in with a game plan, and it appears that they executed it. You know, they started out a lot of body shots running the ball. Then they kind of opened up the offense. Then they kind of went back to what got them the lead in the first place. So great coaching job. A lot of fun out here tonight. Great atmosphere. And I'd come watch these two teams play every year.
And it was really a game that Country Day, despite the loss, needed to show some things, that they were alive offensively, especially. And Stick, they really came out and showed that they can do some things offensively.
Yeah, and they mixed it up, too. I mean, you got to remember, they started the game with Cartwright at quarterback.
Right.
Looking at the passing, he had a couple passes. He had a couple runs for 35 yards, 10 attempts, and they got the ball in his hands. I thought Torian did a pretty good job too. 19 of 23, 247 yards. He was under a lot of pressure all game long. That long snap, they got to work on that long snap.
And the short snap, for that matter.
Yeah, that too. That too. But they got Cartwright the ball in a lot of ways. You know, a couple nice screens, a couple nice down routes. And I was really shocked by the amount of man coverage that they were playing from Notre Dame Prep.
Yep, impressive indeed. 28 attempts, 85 yards on the ground. Williams leads the way. Cartwright, 8 catches, 141, as Stick said. And in the end zone with a rushing touchdown. Defensive leaders year ago, 7 tackles to lead the way for Country Day. Tartaglia with 11 for Notre Dame Prep. As you see the bagpipes, a cool tradition here, Stick. Walking in and out, an impressive facility. And I know we're on to more fun next week as well.
Yeah, looking forward to next week. I wonder if we're going to have a hype coach next week. Hype coach. We can't forget about hype coach.
Hype coach was fun. The blocked punt was even more fun. Pat Fox got giddy after that one. But it's been a fun night here in Pontiac. It's time to say so long from the land of the Fighting Irish. They win it tonight, 41-26 over Detroit Country Day, who showed up tonight, showed out, and got this rivalry at least back to respectability and competition with a statement. But the defending champions hold home court and move on to face another opponent. Want to thank our great hardworking crew and all the hardworking folks behind the scenes, led by Alex Westfall, your executive producer, Sam Stick Day on color commentary, crushing it up here in the booth per usual, and Jamie Janssen doing great work in stats, Maggie Mace on sidelines, Tom Cavanaugh, the homeboy, back in his home digs. My name is Chad Bush saying so long. The Fighting Irish win it 41-26 over Country Day. We're back next week to parts unknown. We look forward to hearing from you. But for now, good night from Pontiac and so long. Thanks for watching the Preps coverage of Gridiron Game Day.